Welcome everyone back to another episode of the podcast. We are here at the big 1-3. And for today's special guest, they requested it. So, without further ado, I think it's time I introduce the person I've been hiding from you all for quite a while. Chimp, go ahead and say hello.
Hi. This guy invited me onto his podcast. I don't know why.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I pried him for months.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't recall asking you to come onto the podcast.
No. But also too, this is like one of maybe 3 times we've actually spoken to each other.
That is true. I think this technically the first time that we've spoken off a stream.
No, this would be like I said, time number 2 or 3.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So, Chimp, before we go ahead and have everyone get to know who you are, obviously, we have a little mini game to start off the podcast.
Yeah.
So, would you like to go ahead and have me guess your soda first, or you want to do how we always do it and guess my soda?
Well, I think to have a Sprite.
Is that your final guess?
Sprite, maybe Sprite Zero.
Okay. Is that your final guess?
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to give you one more guess. I'm going to give you a little hint. The soda that I have today is not a soda I've ever brought onto the podcast. I made sure to particularly bring a new soda.
These episodes.
Shut up. I don't know what I'm bleeping that part. You've seen all of them. Shut up.
Fuck, you brought Mountain Dew. I was just watching the Darsh episode before this.
Okay.
You brought Dr. Pepper.
Mm-hmm.
You brought, I think, Coke or Pepsi, one of the two.
Both.
You brought. Have you brought Sprite?
I have brought Sprite. I brought Sprite.
You brought Sprite.
But
have
remember,
I
was gonna say, it could technically be a variation of Sprite.
Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Ooh, that would be a good one. That would be. But the soda of choice that I have for today is cream soda.
Is it really cream soda?
It is actually Florida Publix brand cream soda.
Can you show it up to the camera? It looks flat.
It
There's
actually
no
isn't.
Carbonation.
Actually, I don't think it is flat. I think
you guys
this
have
is just how it
Publix in
is.
Florida?
Yes.
You guys don't have like Kroger's or anything like that?
No.
Really?
This thing tastes like shit. So, Chimp, unfortunately, you did not win the $13. But are you willing to put $13 on the line today?
Yeah. Okay, I have 2 sodas.
2? Wait, what? What? So, wait. Okay. Do I have to guess them in a particular order? Okay.
No. Just guess them both.
Okay. Do I get any hints?
One's in the solo cup, one's in the titty cup.
One's in the solo cup and one's in a titty cup. Okay, beautiful. Yeah. So for everyone listening to the audio version, Chimp has apparently a titty cup. Can we see the titty cup again?
Yeah, and both sodas are clear.
Both sodas are clear. So yes. I'm gonna guess one of them is a lemon lime Sprite, and I'm gonna guess the other one is sparkling water.
Are you sparkling kidding me?
Did I get both of them?
This is Sprite. This is Key Lime LaCroix.
Chimp, you owe me $26 now. I expect
$26.
Yes.
No, we just said 13 for both.
No. It is $26. One.
Are you sure you didn't see me? Are you sure you didn't see me pour this?
I did not see you pour that. Holy shit, though. How the fuck did I get it right? Are you actually being serious, though?
Mm-hmm.
So this one is a LaCroix, okay.
And this is a LaCroix. I can grab the cans.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
So what? Thank you. I mean,
So
this is my
originally-
podcast after all.
Originally, I was gonna bring on a Squirt and a Coke.
A what?
You've never had Squirt, the grapefruit soda?
No. What the hell is a squirt?
Okay, so back in the 50s, there was this grapefruit soda called Squirt, and it was
Okay.
really good.
Okay.
And they still make them.
What the fuck? What does it? Is it like one of those like green like lemon lime bottles?
It's yellow.
It's a
So
yellow
yellow-
bottle.
Yellow.
Hey, who knows? I might bring that on for the next podcast episode. Who knows? We're already moving on from your podcast episode. You're irrelevant.
We also were gonna originally bring on Gamer Subs too. I don't know. Have you ever had this?
I have heard of it. It's kind of like the G Fuel knockoff.
So yeah,
With, like-
this is
Go ahead.
Blowhole Blast,
Uh-huh.
and it tastes like shit, but it's coconut and pina colada.
Wait, coconut and pina colada?
Yes.
Isn't pina colada already coconut?
Pineapple.
Is it not coconut? Is it?
No, it is coconut. It's probably pineapple. And
Chimp, you're a
It's-
fucking idiot, man. Holy
it
shit.
says,
Uh-huh.
it's not telling me what it is.
Uh-huh.
It just says Blowhole Blast.
Okay, so let me ask you, Chimp. Let me ask you then.
Yeah.
Let's hop back over to your sodas. I'm very curious. Why did you bring on 2 sodas? And then why did you bring on a Sprite? And why did you bring on a fucking LaCroix out of all things?
So, I don't drink sodas.
Huh.
And I thought you weren't going to get the LaCroix.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I brought Sprite is it's because it was what I found in the refrigerator before the episode.
Oh. Okay.
We also
so,
have Coke and a Squirt too.
so you're telling me that you like the taste of like piss water essentially with the LaCroix.
It's not piss water.
I mean, it kind of is piss water. Why don't you drink sodas though? Is there any reason why or?
Too much sugar.
Okay, so you're just kind of like a overall kind of.
So okay,
On a diet.
Did you see how handsome I am?
I mean, not as handsome as me, but you know.
I got the
That's why you got the sunglasses on. That's all I'm saying. You got to hide those baby blues. I like to show my
Nope, they're
shit brown
brown.
eyes.
hey, they're shit brown.
You know, you kind of look like a knockoff version of me. Just so you know. That's actually why I brought you on this podcast. Is that what?
We're kissing.
Oh, okay. So yes, for all the audio
I mean-
listeners, Chimp asked me. He said he wanted to come up for the thumbnail of the YouTube version of this podcast episode.
Yeah.
So he said, "Send me a photo of you kissing sideways."
He sent me a photo of him scared, like he watched someone get shot scared.
That's actually a photo of me with my cat.
And then there is me, for you audio listeners, kissing the scared soda cat.
Yeah, and you put your very manly hand on my face for some reason.
Oh yeah, no, my hands are very, very manly.
Oh, definitely. So, Chimp, I think it's time that we go ahead and explain to everyone how we even know each other. So, obviously, I do remember how we met, but do you?
Okay, one of my friends rated you.
Mm-hmm. What was his
and-
name?
Like Nurex, I think that's what his username was.
Okay.
But he's my buddy Ben, and we've known each other forever. You know, we went to kindergarten together, so we
Okay.
knew each other. He rated you, and then I was like, this guy's a dumbass. I like him. So I started kind of like becoming his little crony, his goon. And eventually I worked my way up to mod status.
Which, by the way,
But-
that's actually the title of this podcast episode. The hidden mod or the hidden person, my biggest secret. That's
My
what this
biggest
podcast that's what this podcast episode is because
Just a
obviously
big red arrow in a circle.
well, because remember, you never officially kind of did technically become a mod when I was actually streaming, but you
No,
kind
I
of
did
were
not.
supposed to be.
So I am your youngest podcast member so far, right?
Yes, technically.
And I was the youngest mod. I would have been the youngest mod. His
Would have
rule was
been.
that you had to be 18 to become a mod. And how old was I at the time? I think I was
You were
16 or
16.
15.
You were
Thank you.
16.
And I remember getting out of like this. I don't really remember most of the details, but I remember applying.
Mhm.
And then I remember never really hearing back about
Wait,
the
you
mod
remember
stuff.
what? You remember? Oh,
I
you remember
never really
applying for
heard
mod.
back.
Well,
Yeah, I
okay,
do.
all right. So we got to give everyone some context because, as I explained on the episode with Darsh, we were very tight knit. And Chimp, hopefully you can acclaim to this, but like we had a very tight run ship with all the mods being Darsh, Miggy, Rain, and we kind of grew at a very exponential rate, obviously, as you and everyone else saw. And we kind of wanted to make sure that we brought on more mods, but we wanted to make sure that they just weren't going to like delete the whole entire Discord or like ban people for no fucking reason.
I think I was a viewer for a few months at the time, so still like baby.
Yeah.
I was still, and I remember too, I had an account. Like I remember when I couldn't talk. I remember that. Like for a long time, I communicated in donations.
Wait, on Discord? Or
on
Twitch? On Twitch, yeah, that's right, yeah.
I don't remember how.
Because we banned you, but I couldn't figure out how to unban you.
Yeah, so more or less, like I was lurking. So I knew who you were before you got raided.
Okay.
I was lurking before.
Okay.
But I didn't start chatting until you got raided.
Gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You're just one of those people that like likes to watch from afar out in the window. Yeah, you're one of those creepy fellas.
Okay.
So, do you remember what game I was playing at that time?
You were playing. Shit, was it Marbles? Was it Marbles?
Do you want to take? Is that your final guess?
It was. I know you were doing Getting Over, but I think this was after that. So, it was either Marbles or Getting Over It.
So, a little fun fact: I actually wasn't too sure originally. I knew it was between one of the two. It was either Marbles or Getting Over It. So I went back. I went through all my past streams to legit find. Really? I did, and I found out it was a Marbles stream that you joined in on.
I was right.
You got it. So congratulations there, man. Congrats.
Yeah.
Then
So actually, I just beat like I've never beaten Getting Over It before until recently. It was like 3 a.m, and I was watching one of your old Getting Over It streams, and I was like, I'm gonna play it, and I think I beat it on my first attempt. So you want to talk about being a good gamer? Look at me.
Okay, all right, but here's the thing, right? You haven't streamed and played games at the same time. So you don't understand the difficulty it is to go ahead.
I don't stream.
Exactly my point, though. So there's a lot that goes into it where you have to keep people entertained, but you also have to try to be good at the game.
Yeah.
And I feel like there were people that thought I was like legitimately trying to be ass at these games. No, I'm just dog shit at most games. I really am.
Except for Smash.
Except for Smash. But that's because I put like over 1,000 hours into Smash. That's the reason being. Which we still never did that amiibo challenge. So that fucking sucked.
Yeah. Okay, hold on. I have my amiibos.
Okay, go for it. Okay.
All right, so I have bought amiibos since then.
Oh, okay.
I originally only had Pac-Man and Mario.
Okay, all right, fair enough.
Okay. So,
for everyone, by the way, that doesn't know what amiibos are essentially these
toys.
they're little like toys that go in like a little like mason jar that Nintendo made. They actually referenced it in the Mario movie by putting Bowser in a little mason jar, and Donkey Kong got very excited by that.
Yeah, I forgot they put Bowser in a jar. So we have Mario.
Yeah.
This is the 50th anniversary one.
Oh, okay. For the audio listeners, it's a very like cute
Mario.
little Mario. Yeah, it's a pixel Mario.
Then
That's essentially what it is.
I'll show you how I got him in order. Then I got Pac-Man.
Okay, all right. I already have Pac-Man, so you're not special.
He's got his hand chewed off.
Did you chew on it like an idiot, or
No, it was one of my dogs.
put him in your mouth right now? Not like all the way in. Yeah, no, more. All right, now tell us the next one. No. Tell us the next one with Pac-Man in there. Let's see. Let's see you talk your way through this one. Okay. Oh, okay. It's a green.
Green Inkling.
Yeah.
His name is Jeffrey, and I gave one of my friends a Five Nights at Freddy's toy for him.
What kind of Five Nights at Freddy's toy? I didn't even know they make toys for Five Nights.
It was Bonnie.
Wait, the hot one? What else are you grabbing? Oh, Chimp's got himself muted right now.
Someone's at the door.
Oh, so yes, for everyone listening, Chimp, he apparently got an uninterrupted guest right now, so that's why I'm talking to make sure.
That was my brother-in-law.
I'm not at your door.
No, I mean like my actual brother-in-law.
Then he's not your actual brother if he's an in-law. Hey. Fucking idiots.
We've got Kirby. Kirby I bought at a GameStop.
Okay.
He's got his little hand, he waves.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we've got Hero, which this is my strong amiibo.
Fuck
like,
you,
I
bro.
can't beat this thing. Beat this thing.
I'll beat it. Hero's just trash, man. Hero's just straight up RNG.
So, Hero's my main on Smash.
Okay. So you just like to you like to just base everything on luck, essentially.
Oh yeah. That's what's fun. That's my amiibos.
Okay.
I was like looking for another one, but I just realized that's all the amiibos I have.
Fair enough. I have about like 40 plus amiibos. I don't know if I'm gonna grab all of them out right now, but I'm pretty sure you've seen my collection of amiibos. Yeah. I have almost a whole entire Smash cast until I really just kind of grew up and said, why the fuck am I spending $13 on a fucking amiibo? Why am I doing this?
Because it's funny.
Sure. Whatever you say, Chimp. So let me ask you, man. What made you say I want to be episode 13 for the podcast?
So, because Sodacast 13, I was like expecting you to do some grand hurrah. And I was like, I'm gonna fuck this guy over. I don't like this guy. I want to make his episode 13 awful.
Trust me, it is because it's you.
I'm a gambling man, right? I own these.
Oh, brass knuckles. Okay.
Yeah, we own. Which, by the way, in the state I live, are highly illegal.
Oh.
To own.
Okay. Which state do you live in? Come on. I'm an honest man. I say I live in Florida. What state do you live in? Be a man. Grow up.
Can you see my shirt?
No, we cannot see your shirt. It says dicks.
It does not say dicks. Here, actually, let me turn my...
You're wearing a shirt underneath your shirt.
Well, I know I am. But this is the baseball team.
So you're a baseball fan?
No.
So for the audio listeners, Chimp was wearing a Colorado Rock Hard?
Rock Hards, yes.
Rock Hard's Yankees baseball shirt. So
I actually have a Rockies hat somewhere in here.
Oh, no one cares. I like how so for the audio listeners once again, you have an Elgato logo just kind of like strapped to your chest right now.
Yeah.
It's been following you. Oh, nope, now it's not following you.
And now what?
Yeah. It just kind of wants to be wherever it wants to be.
Yeah, pretty much. It's because Elgato does a service where you can have your phone as your webcam, and I am too lazy to pay for it.
If I would have known that, I would not have spent. How much is this camera? Like $2,000, almost $2,500 on my camera.
So this is from my iPhone 10.
Oh, you're using an iPhone 10. Ooh.
I don't know, what kind of phone do you have?
iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Yeah, I'm broke.
Hey, listen, I'm broke too, buddy. I don't get donations anymore.
So this guy, he comes back to streaming, and if you were here when he came back, which I don't think most of your podcast listeners are, I think they're like a mix of new and old, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so he did a boxing stream, and I paid for the game.
How much did the game cost again? Wasn't it like $40?
$30.
$30. It was an investment though, a good investment.
Yeah, hold on. I got to use my phone for something real quick because I got to check how much it
My
was.
gosh. So I'll tell the story then while we're waiting on Chimp.
Oh, yeah.
So basically, I obviously, as I mentioned on previous episodes, I used to stream. And on one of the streams, I bought a game called Undisputed because I'm a big boxing fan. And as mentioned on previous streams, previous podcast episodes as well, I like to give away money. Genuinely do. I'm a man of my word on that. So what I did was I did a few streams, I believe 1, 2, or maybe even 3, where I said, all right, cool.
It was 2 streams.
It was 2 streams, right?
Yeah. So on the second stream, he was playing it the first time. He was like, this game's really fun. Buy the game and win $200. I bought the game that night when I got home.
Uh-huh.
I remember because I was at the dollar store.
Yeah.
And so I bought the game, waited for it to install. Then the next stream he did, which was a week later, right?
Yeah.
Next Friday.
Yes.
So he decided that he was going to pay me $200 if I beat him. And at first,
I didn't say it was just for you. It was for anyone that wanted to partake. For
anyone, but I was the only one that bought the game.
I think, no, you and one other person, I think, had the game.
Yeah, but the other person didn't, fight you, so.
Yeah, they were trash.
Anyways, my internet or his internet would either keep disconnecting. So on our ends, it would say we won.
I found out what happened. So the reason why that happened was because the people that created the game it's not a big company. It's actually a new company, so they don't have the money to afford servers.
You could do this afterwards.
So
is it peer-to-peer connection?
Yes. Yeah. So that's pretty much what was happening there, where we just kept on lagging out.
We would disconnect, and for me it said I win. For you it said you won.
Yes.
So we did one final match where he played the worst boxer in the game versus Muhammad Ali. And I barely won before my internet crapped out. I barely won.
Well, don't forget, we also turned up the power all the way to max. So if you even tap me, it's gonna take out half my health bar.
Yeah. And I think with that $200 won, I spent that on a fishing trip. I went fishing, and I went fishing. I bought myself a new knife and some reel and that sort of stuff.
Ah. What kind of fishing, did you get a normal knife or a specific fishing kind of knife to skin the fish?
I do not know where it is. I have to turn my light on. That's why the God ray's here. So that's why I have the light off. If I can find it, which I don't think I can, it's a knife. I can tell you the brand. It's a true blade replacement knife. And I have this. Can you see it?
We can. It kind of looks like a razor blade. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, but it's got ridges on it for, I don't know, sawing something. I'm a bad fisher though, so I can't catch anything.
Well, thing is, I kind of got you beat there because maybe it might be easier to catch fish in Florida, but I went out to. I was about to go ahead and dox myself and say where, but I went out to the ocean essentially, and I went out, I believe, a year and a half ago, and I went during prime mahi-mahi time. Do you know what mahi-mahi is?
No idea.
Okay, so mahi-mahi is basically dolphin, for you and for all the other audio listeners that have no idea. It's not like the actual, porpoise. It's not like an actual, the stereotypical dolphin. It's a lot smaller. It's about this big.
Before you continue, have you seen the movies, A Dog's Porpoise?
I have not.
About the dog and the okay, so
go for it.
Dog and a dolphin. Have you seen A Dog's Purpose or Marley and Me? One of the movies
seen Marley
where the
and
dog
Me.
dies.
Yeah. Why you could have said spoiler warning, but all right, cool. Just
spoiler warning. No, the movies aren't that good. Anyways, in A Dog's Purpose, the dog dies. But because, I don't know, like, remember being at a Scholastic book fair?
Okay.
Did you ever do those?
Yeah,
Like
we
those
we
book fairs?
yeah.
Yeah. And they would show movies that
Okay.
usually had a kid's book come out with them, right?
Yeah.
I don't remember how long ago this was, but anyways, there was a movie called A Dog's Porpoise. And it was kind of like A Dog's Purpose.
I
Yeah.
get it.
Anyways,
God, I feel fucking stupid. A dog's porpoise, a dog's purpose.
Purpose.
Fuck, I feel fucking stupid.
yeah. Well, you should.
I do.
Okay, anyways, keep going about the
Well, I thought you were gonna say something about the dog's.
Apo.
I thought you were gonna say something about the dog's purpose. What happened there?
The dog dies.
Great, the dog just fucking dies. That's it. Just no. Hey, Soda, I just wanted to tell you.
Every movie.
Real cool story about you saying that you caught dolphin mahi mahi, but let me tell you something. I had one time I went to a Scholastic book fair and I saw something involving a dead dog. Pretty wild. That's pretty much what you just did.
So tell me more about your Aku Aku
Mahi mahi.
Yeah, Aku Aku Crash Bandicoot
Listen,
whale fishing time.
you're just not a real fishing fan. That's clearly what it comes down
Have you
to.
ever played Crash Bandicoot?
I have one time.
You know when you get the mask and it goes Oogadaba. That's kind of what you're describing to me. Is that mask Aku
oh.
Aku?
All I know is when he goes, ow, ow, you know, that kind of shit.
Yeah. Or when he spins and he goes.
Your mic cut out.
Oh, he spins and then he goes.
Like Mario?
Yeah,
That's literally
Kinda.
just Mario but without the ah.
pretty much.
Fair. But yeah, I caught mahi mahi, which is basically a breed of dolphin. Not
Aku
endangered. Mahi mahi. But I remember when I did that, I caught about a total of 6 of them. And we didn't do like normal fishing. We did what's called trailing. I'm not sure if you know what that is.
You just like threw a bunch of razor blades in an ocean.
Close.
Kind of
The
cool.
only thing that I throw in the ocean is plastic and tires and car batteries. That's it. Those 3
Bug
things.
zappers.
Bug zappers. Anything with electricity, anything rubber, anything plastic goes straight into the ocean.
Yeah.
I always say if these podcasts ever blow up, or if I ever blow up, immediately
You're
everyone's
done.
Listen,
You are done.
Listen, no, because I feel like I'm gonna have you and everyone else kind of be there to defend me, being like, it's a fucking joke.
No. If if I really get asked to, I am digging your hole in the ground.
I'm just gonna do a single podcast episode just saying, I know I messed up, but I'm gonna
Hold on, a
keep on
YouTube
doing
video.
it.
A YouTube video just started playing.
Oh my God, Chimp!
Do you want me to describe?
Fucking up.
Do you want me to you want me to describe to you the YouTube videos that was playing?
Go for it.
You ever played Dead by Daylight?
No, but I know of it.
So it
So
was a
explain it
Dead
for
by
everyone.
Daylight video. Dead by Daylight is a game made in 2016 by a company called Behavior. Now these guys, they're pretty cool. Dead by Daylight's a dumb game. Actually, you were there when I was doing my test stream.
Yeah, I was
On Dead by
masturbating
Daylight.
while having it on my second monitor. For all the audio listeners, Chimp just got super excited about it, so he had to take a lap around his own house.
Oh yeah. Okay. I live in the middle of the woods.
Do you actually?
This might not be. All right.
We have no clue where. We can't even see you, Chimp.
Can you see
The,
it?
the audio listeners, thank God, don't have to watch this atrocity. You might want to turn off your green screen, your Elgato. There we go. Turn that shit sideways, bro. Turn that shit sideways.
No. Look.
Oh my God.
We live in the middle of the woods.
Oh. Okay. So for all the audio listeners, Chimp legitimately does live in the woods. I see a Ford F-150 outside, and
Not an F-150.
I saw
Toyota Tacoma.
Oh, a Tacoma. My apologies. A half-ass truck. So apparently I saw like a mailbox that said the numbers 341 on it, I don't know what that means, but that's what I saw. So do with that as you guys want. What state did you say that you live in again, Chimp? Oh, that's right, Colorado. Dix. You live in Dix.
I live in Dix. The
I'm kinda
sporting warehouse.
I'm kind of surprised you don't have like that Colorado accent. You know, where they go.
What is the
I'm from Colorado.
A lot of my friends smoke weed. Does that help you?
No,
So, okay, marijuana is illegal in your state, right?
no.
No? Is
No.
it medical?
I mean, to my knowledge, like I just see people like
So in Colorado,
in public just smoking.
marijuana is recreational, which means
Okay.
if I wanted to, I could leave my house, drive to a weed store, and buy
Uh-huh.
weed. But it's not that easy. But
do you need a card or anything like that?
oh yeah, I'm just saying. In theory, I could.
Do you have to be a certain age, like 18 or up?
It is.
You Googling it right
It
now?
is. It's 18 medical, 21 recreational.
Okay, so technically you can't have it. Well, in
Technically.
theory, I'm just gonna say because
In theory.
it's extremely easy to actually go ahead and get a card
Oh,
for medical
yeah.
marijuana because all you have to do is go to a doc. Literally, the most expensive thing is getting the doctor's appointment, and then you just say to the doctor, "I feel depressed," or "Oh, I feel anxious," or anything like
they'll
that.
pay for it.
Exactly. And then boom, you could go get
But
yourself some
also
medical marijuana.
too, and I don't want to say anything, but if in Colorado, there's a big issue with little kids getting weed.
Okay, I thought you were gonna say getting kidnapped or like getting
No,
like.
well, getting kidnapped and stuff. I get Amber Alerts every day.
I mean, but that's everywhere, man. You know, we've all stolen.
Yeah,
We've all stolen our fair share of
We've all
kids. You
taken
know?
a kid.
We've
Yeah.
all taken
No,
a kid once or
okay.
twice.
So middle schoolers, in particular, 6th
Yeah.
through 8th grade, probably your prime and worst area. That and then freshmen in high school.
Of them getting weed.
Yes.
Okay.
Like, okay, so a lot of times you'll see these younger little baby face little give them a noogie, kiss them a little bit.
You're not that far off from them.
I know I'm not. Yes I am.
I mean, not really. Funny enough, your mic completely cut off. That's the one downside of these podcasts done all digitally.
Is that we're
like-
recording it on Discord.
or like everyone's audio just cuts out sometimes, and I'm just like, hey, just letting you know, you got to repeat that whole entire paragraph you just said.
Yeah, no, I literally I made a noise. So I went, mm-hmm, and shrugged. That's what I did. Yeah,
Okay,
so-
beautiful.
Anyways, and in Florida, like, have you ever seen those anti-vaping ads?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's these little green vapes, and they're called like Everclears, Evergreens.
Yeah. They're not called
Those are a
Everclears.
big
All right,
issue.
listen. I know about Everclears.
Isn't that booze or something? Like, isn't that like straight vodka?
Bro, Everclear is it's an alcohol, bro. Like, what the fuck?
But okay, but you know what I mean. Elf bars. They're elf bars. That's what they're called.
Oh my god, bro. Yes,
Yeah,
I know
elf
what you're
bars.
I still know what you're talking about. They're like a little they're rectangular. Like they're
Yeah, and they've got the little top on it. You know.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah. So
I thought you were about to
anyway,
whip one out right now. You like looked off to the
those
side.
Those are a big issue.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people, they'll ask you, "Hey," and this has happened to me, but more notably other people at work. I will be doing my job, and I get anxious. You know, it's work. I don't like doing my job. but but a lot of people will be like, "Hey, you want Nick?" And I'm like, "No, I don't smoke."
Okay, like anything.
No.
So you don't use any kind of substances at all, correct?
No.
Okay.
I mean, other than soda.
But that's different. Even though you technically already said that you don't drink soda.
Energy drinks and caffeine.
Yeah. You have like a caffeine thing going on.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, it's really weird because a lot of these people are either like similar or younger than me when it comes to age. And I'm like, you know, they're, let's say a 12-year-old. I've seen even 12-year-olds do it. It's appalling to me that like, you know, these tutti frutti mango pods for their tools or whatever. They'll just be hitting that in like the back of the school bathroom, you know.
Well, that's definitely, I feel like it's always kind of been an issue growing up, like with every generation of like, all right,
Yeah,
back in the day, kids,
you had your cigarettes.
yeah, and then like kind of when I was growing up in high school, because obviously I'm 24 at the time of this recording, but when I was growing up in high school, we had
He's 37 at the time of this recording. Don't let him fool you.
shut the fuck up, but we actually had kind of like we had like the actual like vape sticks. I'm not
So
sure if you
you're
know what
not
I'm
that
talking
much
about.
older than me, right?
Yeah, I'm 24. How old are you? Aren't you
Yeah,
like you're 18, 19?
you're younger.
What?
1-7.
Oh, you're 17. I thought you said I'm younger. I was like, what?
No. You're not that much younger in comparison to me age-wise.
But let me tell you, man, and I'm gonna. All right, this is. Let me tell you. Let me tell you the story about like about the smoking and stuff like that, and then I want to give you some advice because I actually want to talk about you and I being an age difference. But every generation does go through like, oh, younger kids are always going to be smoking something, going to be addicted to something. Now the new thing is like obviously they have like those e-cigarettes that that has vape but also has nicotine in it. Which
my dad used to have a few of those.
I could tell you, man, from smoking, because I've smoked nicotine before, and it tastes like shit. It is not a good taste. And like they say, it's like, oh, it's an acquired. Like some people say, oh, it's an acquired taste.
Acquired taste. It's like fine wine.
Why do you want to get acquired to nicotine? It's not like it's alcohol where it's like, all right, cool. It's gonna give you kind of like, it's gonna give you that like
buzz or
buzz. It's gonna make you feel like
whoa. Like an inflatable too, man.
Nicotine, all that necessarily does for you is kind of help, like if, let's say, you're anxious, it kind of helps you get that itch, but it's not really, it's not really a something that's going to make you calm down, like with an actual chemical. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm explaining that correctly.
No, that makes sense. It's like, it's one of those things where when you start, you can't stop. And that's really like, it's like, I got that itch. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Or like you scratch it, ripping out their vocal cords like Rambo.
Have you ever smoked nicotine or any kind of drugs? It's confession time. Honestly?
No, I honestly pass that up every time.
Fair. I recommend staying away from any, especially nicotine. I recommend staying away from that.
So I am prone to alcoholism.
So you're an alcoholic?
No, not currently.
Oh, but you used to be.
No.
Planning on being.
There you go. Bingo.
Okay, perfect. Are you saying that just for the podcast?
Huh? No.
Okay. All right. You're just like, I don't want to say I am an alcoholic on the actual podcast, but I am. But
no, I can't stand it. I can't I don't like the feeling of being dizzy, and at the most, maybe I'll like feel a little numb in my arm. It's fine. It's not something I'm looking forward to. You know what I mean?
Well, that's the thing, man. So that's what I was going to say. So first off, with nicotine, I recommend staying away from that entirely. Nicotine, it's not good for you. Obviously, none of these things are good for you in theory, but nicotine, there's nothing it actually does for you outside of just kind of being a comfort zone for you if you get addicted to it. Yeah. With marijuana, I want to step there and then we'll go to the alcohol. With marijuana, as I've mentioned on previous podcast episodes, I think the best form of marijuana is something like CBD gummies. The reason being is good.
I'm pro marijuana. I think if you're going to do anything, do that because it's not as addictive and it won't destroy you as much as alcohol. That people always say it'll destroy your brain cells. Everything does. If you do it now from the time you're 40, it's still going to destroy your brain cells. Well, here's
the thing. There's a difference. And the reason why I say that is because when it comes to marijuana, for example, it's marijuana. I think that I'm kind of pro marijuana, but I'm also against it. And reason being is because it depends on the variation of marijuana that you have, right? Yeah. So obviously, regardless, if you're inhaling something, it's going to negatively affect your lungs if it's not oxygen.
Yeah. No,
that's just the truth. And a lot of weed smokers don't want to hear that. Listen, Dewey's been on the podcast. I have other people that are going to smoke weed coming on
Darsh.
the podcast. Darsh doesn't. Yes, Darsh also smokes marijuana. I'm kidding.
Okay,
Darsh.
real quick, can I apologize to Darsh?
Were you one of those people?
No, I wasn't one of those people, but I was watching the podcast, and I was like, man, she's probably put up with more shit than of mine than anyone else.
No.
When it comes to the mods.
No. I'm telling you. We already, her and I already discussed it a little bit of like who some of those people were. I promise you.
These
you were not
these
the
are
worst.
part 2, right?
What was that?
You're doing 2 parts for her podcast, right?
Yeah, episode 12 is going to be coming out next Sunday.
Is she episode 12's guest?
Yeah. Why would I? Bro, why would I put her? No. You're episode 12. She's episode 13. I'm just gonna fuck with you just to do that.
Well, I also know you need time to edit the stuff too.
No, everything's already done for episode 12.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, my episode though.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, because you got to remember, like hers was a 2-parter, so it's a lot easier just to do that. But like now, once we end this call, then it takes me time to edit this one and then put that out. Yeah. I need to hire an editor, man. I really need to.
I mean, I thought about editing for a while, and then I decided it's lame.
Listen, man, it's tough. It's tough editing. It's tedious.
Actually,
that's the thing.
Why did you decide photography?
Well, wait. We're getting off topic.
Okay, let's go back to our substance abuse conversation.
Yeah. Let's start there.
We'll
make our way there. So, when it comes to marijuana, my take is I personally, I've smoked marijuana, right? I've smoked it from a stick. I've smoked actual
911, what's your emergency? I know, a pothead.
Listen, bro, I could tell you, man, it's all good.
Dude, it's all a mental mind battle.
Bro, listen, trust me, it's the best substance that you could take. Alcohol people, fucking idiots, man. I'm telling you, the marijuana is the way to go.
You seem like a type of guy to take acid just to take acid.
Honestly, I've never taken acid.
Really?
Never.
I was banking on that.
Everyone thinks I'm a super heavy drug addicted guy. Barely have ever done drugs in my life, man.
You live in Florida. What else am I supposed to think of you?
I guess you could say the drugs are just naturally in the air. That's why there's a new Florida man thing every single day.
You're just scratching at people, punching them a little bit, kicking them, running over old people.
Exactly. But I think that CBD is the easiest form of marijuana. And the reason why I say that is because obviously the dosage isn't as high to begin with. And then also usually it'll come in something like a gummy or any kind of candy. Go for it. Raising your hand I have a question. I want to give some input. Shut the fuck up.
I do that. I'll do that to my family every once in a while. My mom or my sister, they'll be in a conversation and I need something, so I'll raise my hand. I'll
fair.
Yeah,
for the audio listeners, by the way, Chimp just raised his hand.
Yeah, I raised my hand. This is coming out on Spotify, right?
Yeah, it goes out on everything.
Go listen to my Spotify account. Listen to my Epic Music. I actually have. Well, we're gonna get to that.
We're gonna get to that.
I'm sorry. This is where the ADD comes in. There is a difference between THC and CBD.
Mm-hmm.
Where I am, CBD is more of a relaxant than THC. THC is what gives you that high. So here in Colorado, a lot more minors are able to get CBD easier than THC.
Mm-hmm.
So, I can't go into a weed shop and buy just straight kush,
Yeah.
But it would be a lot easier for me to get something like a CBD oil stick or something like that has that in it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because that itself is more of a relaxant. It's like taking a melatonin.
Yeah. Well, there's a bunch of different forms of marijuana out there, and that's why, especially as you were saying earlier, I don't think any minor, I don't think that realistically you should be having any kind of substances in your body until you are done growing.
So
a little fun. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I
a
actually
little funny.
I actually didn't stop growing until I was 20. That's all I was gonna say. Yeah.
Soda, how tall are you?
I am 7'7".
You are not 7 foot. I think Soda is 5'11".
It's on my Instagram. I am 7'7".
Okay, I am 6 foot.
No, you're not.
6 foot.
No. Holy shit.
Actually, I'm a slightly above 6 foot.
But are you 6 inches at least?
7
Oh,
on a
wait.
good day.
Wait, never mind. I can't ask a minor that. Fuck. Canceled.
Well, okay. We never said what we were talking about. So, like I said, 7 inches on a good day.
Yeah. I'm talking about your nails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those are some pretty long fingernails, by the way. For all the audio listeners, Chimp is he got some acrylic nails on.
Pulled out 7-inch nails. Women
He's actually trying to get to 9-inch
nails. Okay. Anyways, okay, we were talking about marijuana, and then you were talking about minors abusing it,
and then we were gonna hop into alcohol.
Mm-hmm. Okay, alcohol. Personally, I don't want either of my children, like any of them, to smoke or drink. Mm-hmm. But I would be more comfortable as a father if my kid was smoking pot than they were drinking.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's one of the things. Like, when you were in high school, was there a lot of booze at parties? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, and I know a lot of my friends that had to be designated drivers because of that.
Yeah, I was always the designated driver.
It's one of those things where it's like I can't understand just getting trashed. I mean, it would be cool just to be drunk all day, straight alcoholic, nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, in general, I mean, like it appalls me that someone who's like 14, 13, 15, 16, you know, that, like, just in general, those small little babies.
Yeah.
Even though they're not that much younger than me.
Well, that's the thing, man. So I could, realistically, I don't think anyone should be taking any kind of substances until legitimately they are done growing. And that doesn't necessarily mean 18. That could be 19. Like I said, in my case, it was when I was 20.
Yeah.
And the thing is, I kind of beg to differ. I don't really care if my kid is taking any kind of substance as long as they're being safe and smart about it. Because because as I mentioned, like on the episode, I believe it was with Ryan, or it might have been with Dewey, but basically we talked about how, realistically, I don't think that you should be taking substances. Like, if you offer me anything right now, right, I wouldn't take it from you.
Want to be hot?
Like, I don't know if you lace that shit with something. I don't know what you did with it.
So, Mac Miller, the rapper, mm-hmm. right? I don't know if you've ever heard any of his music.
I've heard of it.
So, Mac, he died of fentanyl. And lately, at least this past year, or these past couple years, years prior, fentanyl and lacing drugs is a big issue. That's why a lot of people will die of ODs. Yeah. Because, like, if I'm taking something like acid, and they lace that with fentanyl, oh, we got dinner.
Oh, okay, cool. You got dinner for the podcast.
It's enchiladas. Anyways, as I was saying, if you're in that age range and you're taking these hard substances, a lot of times they will be laced, and that's what's causing ODs.
Okay. How do you know all this, Chimp? Do you do your research, or like how do you find out about all this?
I paid attention in my health class.
Ah, as you should, man. Because I remember back in the day when I saw you growing up. Because I saw you growing up, man. You were a chubby little kid, and you burned off all that baby fat. I'm proud of you. You're getting big there, man. How much you weigh?
170.
You're becoming a big boy, huh?
Yeah, you should see my legs. It's like Greek god down there,
Stand up. Let us see the legs. Let us see the legs.
You mean with the jeans on? It's not even going to show up because of the...
Fuck. Send me a photo after. I'll post on my Instagram. I'll post on my Instagram. Don't even stress about it.
Anyways, but like, that is what's causing ODs. And a lot of times too, it's a silent killer. So unless you have like one of those drug blockers, you're dead. That's it.
Yeah.
Game over.
And that's why I say, man, like, it's like, so do you listen to Joe Rogan at all? So, like, I've been going back through all of his old episodes. That's the thing. Like, I started from episode 1 and going all the way to current day. So I'm currently
you're
Go ahead.
You're a chronologic watcher.
I'm a chronological watcher because I'm like, maybe I won't be able to understand the new episode without watching
Unless you watch the old one. That's
Go ahead.
how I was with Always Sunny in Philadelphia. You know, the sitcom. I was like,
Yeah.
man, I'm not gonna understand anything. I can watch any episode in any order and it won't matter.
That's the thing. And like I've already seen that though from like the Joe Rogan podcast, but like I still just like to do it. So like I'm on episode 220 right now, and like currently
Really?
he has he has
What is that? 400 hours of Joe Rogan?
Probably. He has 2,020 episodes out right now in total, and I've so far cleared 220 of them. Holy
That's more hours
shit.
than I have on Gmod.
Holy fuck, man. Like that's the thing. So I listen to these podcasts. I listen to pretty much every podcast only primarily while I'm driving, and I do a lot of driving.
You listen to this. Well, you did talk about listening to this one while driving.
So that's the thing. So I have a rule, right? So obviously I've mentioned on, I'm not sure if I mentioned it on original, like on a podcast episode, but I think I've mentioned it on like streams before of like how every single time I did a stream, I would then after I finished doing it, I would then rewatch the whole entire stream.
Really?
I kind of do the same thing with the podcast. Once I finish the podcast and once it goes public, I watch it the same time everyone else does. While I'm editing it, I don't really listen to it. I'm just kind of like, all right, cool. I just got to cut to get this thing out as soon as possible.
I kind of do that. Like I have my current YouTube channel, the one I use for everything.
Yeah.
You probably even see me comment on the podcast episode. If you go on that channel,
Yeah.
which I'm not saying you should because it's very bad. It's a time capsule. Like those videos, I've been uploading them throughout the years. So I think, like in one of my it is literally a time capsule of me growing up on the internet. And I'm not saying any of the videos are good, but you know, I rewatch them from time to time.
Nah, take pride in it, man. At the end of the day, like you got to remember when you put out something, right? Like when I put out episode 1 of this podcast, for example, listening back to it, I'm like, damn, the audio could have sounded a lot better. My lighting could have been a lot better. I could have done this differently. I could have added, the intro. I could have done that. I could have done this. But at the end of the day, like at the time, you put it out because you thought it was good. So you just got to, instead of beating down your shit, you just got to be like, all right, cool. That was me then. This is me now.
Yeah.
Like it was good then. It's much better now. That's my methodology.
And that's why I think drugs and alcohol are so bad for someone to take at such a young age, is because I'm trying to tie it back into our own conversation.
Because it was good, but then it gets better once the older you get. Guys, you can do drugs now. It'll be good, but it'll be better later down the line. Okay. Trust me.
What I mean by that is
good job, Chimp.
Like, okay, if you're taking drugs and alcohol now, you're basically watching yourself destroy yourself as you get older. So, like, let's say back when I was 9 years old and I made my first Minecraft video, which I'll probably send it, you'll be able to find it on the YouTube channel. Imagine me smoking like vapes, those elf bars or whatever they're called, right? I would basically watch myself destroying myself through, I go on, and it's kind of the same thing with underage sex too, which is, different conversation topic, but you're watching yourself. And I thought you brought up a great point with Darsh about that, kind of like, you have to trust someone to want to take, do that.
Well, and that's the thing, man. Like
you're watching yourself destroy yourself.
Well, that's the thing. Like don't feel, because it looked like you felt a little uncomfortable bringing up like underage sex. Like that's the thing. I don't shy away from any subject on the podcast. Kind of like how I never did on the streams. Like That. Like I've always just kind of been like, all right, cool.
You've hit on me more times than I can count.
For legal reasons, that's a joke. Chimp, send me those.
A joke. For legal.
Send me those nudes after the podcast.
Damn, I still owe you those.
But like at the end of the day, like I don't believe that you should be having sex underage. I don't believe that you should be doing any kind of substances underage. I think a lot of things you should be waiting till you're done growing. When it comes to alcohol, when it comes to any kind of substances, I think that you should kind of be like how myself and kind of like how you're describing yourself right now. So I want to give you a round of applause for that. But just how you have a lot of research on what it is, right? I don't think that you should be just drinking alcohol if you don't know what the fuck alcohol really even is. I don't think that you should be doing drugs or go ahead.
There's this thing, you know what Alzheimer's is? Dementia.
Yes.
You can basically drink yourself into that state.
Yes.
And it really happens more with people your age and from your age to 40s, early 20s to early 40s. If you're drinking that much through that age range, by the time you hit somewhere like 60 or even 50, 70, those later stages, you're probably more likely going to have Alzheimer's.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's also, if I'm not mistaken, it's a gene inside of you. I'm not sure if it's inside of everyone.
Alcoholism? No, Alzheimer's is too.
Alzheimer's, you idiot.
Both of them. My grandma passed away, I think, like 7-8 years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
How long ago was 2014?
2014. That's 9 years ago, buddy.
9 years ago.
Yeah, I definitely see the high school education is definitely working for you, huh?
Well,
How many years ago is 2014?
I looked at like 2023 and then I subtracted.
Watch, listen, 3 years from now, you're going to listen back to this podcast and you're going to be like, yo, holy shit, that was 2023 and we're talking about 2014. Holy shit, I'm in my 20s now. I can drink.
Anyways, she passed away from Alzheimer's. And one of the hardest things when watching someone you love go through that is them losing their mind. And I'm prone to it. Most of my family is, a lot of my dad's side. But it's one of those things that it's like, it's preventable to an extent. You know what I mean? Like every disease, even mental illness, you can prevent it to an extent.
So not prevent, you mean postpone.
Postpone, prevent, postpone, sandwich, banana.
Well, no, because prevent and postpone are not the same thing. Because prevent means I can just completely avoid it entirely. Postpone,
okay.
Because look at Chris Hemsworth, for example. He even came out and he said, "Hey, listen, I'm having
dementia."
Yeah, legit. He said hey, more than likely
dementia.
Like he said that I have the gene for dementia, and it is most likely. Within the next 20 years, I'll end up not knowing anything.
Yeah, and I shouldn't say postpone because you can prevent some of this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of times, those genes, they won't take effect. There's a chance I'll die of cancer before I die of Alzheimer's.
Yeah, at the end of the day, just because you have the gene doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get hit hard with it. And
also, too, healthier lifestyles. I just down and plate of enchiladas, so that's not really the best example, and chugged a whole soda.
Yes, you're on the Sodacast.
But if you live that healthy workout every day, eat good, run, cardio, that lifestyle, you can prevent a lot of that stuff too. With Alzheimer's as well, and just keeping your brain active, puzzles. Mm-hmm. Just something that makes you think. Video games.
Literally, video games.
I want to say they've done studies to show that can help with a lot of these ailments. And there's so much a human can do to prevent it, but like I said, to an extent.
Yeah.
Some of these things are inevitable. I'm going to die and you're going to die. It's just a matter of when.
True.
I said, this is what I said. I said, if I live past 80, I'm going out on my own terms, and it's going to involve fireworks.
Are you going to strap fireworks to your chest or something?
No, I'm going to do a Johnny Knoxville Jackass thing where I tape a bunch of fireworks to a shopping cart and run it off the building, side of a building, in Beijing.
Fair enough. So let me ask you this question then. Who do you think out of the two of us will pass away first? Let's make our bets now. And how? You think I'm going to pass away first?
I think you're going to pass away, and I think it's because you're a bad driver.
Is it because I've been rear-ended 3 times in the last 3 months?
Okay. He's hit an old lady.
Okay,
what?
Listen, no, she jumped in front of my car with her bike, okay? That's different. That's entirely different.
Yeah,
that
was
2 years ago.
Driving in the bike lane.
God damn it. Why the fuck do you have to remember that? Fucking hell.
And I quote, they make it crunch. Sound like a,
oh, that's right. Oh, shit.
Anyways, in all honesty, I don't know. It's very possible that I could die tonight.
I think you
That's
will.
the thing.
You
Okay.
live in the woods. You have bears.
Oh, it's my we did see a bear not too long ago.
Yeah, not surprising.
Mm-hmm. My brother-in-law, the same one that came. Like
I didn't come through the door
well,
though.
didn't come through the door, but you kind of like knew. Anyways, he saw one here, and it's very common. We have bears, and bears.
Black or brown?
I think he was a brown bear, but not a grizzly. We don't have grizzlies here, so
Mm-hmm.
bears are funny because they're either really friendly or really aggressive. It's one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
They either don't give a shit that you're there, or they give a major shit and they'll maul you. Like, have you seen those bear videos?
Yes.
Mainly on, like, I see them more on TikTok than anything, but, like, people will just run up and pet a bear, high five them. They're really smart animals, but they're also dumb animals.
Well, they're also very fucking aggressive.
Yeah, they're primal instincts, like Chimp, the animal my thing's named after, right?
Yeah.
They rip people's faces off.
True. Yeah. The thing that I'm based off of, Soda, kills people every year with diabetes.
Oh yeah, Red 40.
Yeah. Shut the fuck up. So, something that I wanted to talk about with you. By the way, for everyone listening, I do apologize for the noise in the background. Obviously, as I mentioned on a previous podcast episode.
Is that your dog?
Yes, it's the dog in the background. Yeah.
So
I don't know if you can see
name?
him. He doesn't have one yet. I don't know if you can even see him.
Can I name the dog? Is that
No.
what? Is that What's your dog's name? What's your dog's name? The one that you hated but everyone loved.
What?
Your dog, the little small one, the one that you
Gracie?
hated.
Gracie?
What happened to Gracie?
Oh yeah, no, that's not my dog. That's my mom's dog.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Gracie passed away or some shit.
Oh no, but that would be hilarious. I hope one day.
No, that would not be funny. It's like if Frost
a little
dies and
rat
Gracie
dog.
dies.
No, if Frost dies, that's
or
different.
Gracie dies. No. Your whole fan base will be in
Shambles.
Yeah,
Trembles? Trembles?
trembles.
They're just all gonna be shaking. They're all gonna be fucking shaking. No one's gonna be sound. Everyone's just gonna be shaking. Oh god, Gracie died. Oh, Frost died. No one's actually gonna be sad.
People have that physical recourse. It's
Do
you like
Good.
the shirt under the shirt too?
Oh yeah. I mentioned that earlier. I guess you didn't hear that.
Yeah. I am. You want me to take the shirts off? $5.
No, I'm not paying you. You already owe me 26.
$5 and I'll unbutton the top one. I'll go one more button.
Oh shit, we got fucking Superman over here.
I know.
So, oh my god, we're gonna get this podcast demonetized, even though it's not even monetized.
We got to get these guns out.
Chimp, you're so lucky I haven't been able to work out. You are so lucky I haven't been able to work out, man. Oh. One thing I got over you is I'm still a lot leaner than you, that's for sure. I'm tiny, but I'm still a lot leaner. That's because of my diet and that's because of my training. So I haven't been able to work out because of my 3 accidents. I've been going to physical therapy. But you already know, I actually used to box. What about you, Chimp?
Yeah.
What did you used to do?
I play baseball.
That's fucking lame.
I can run.
I can run faster than you, your point?
Okay, how do you know that?
Okay.
I'm an adult male. I'm an adult.
I am a surgeon. I am a surgeon. That's what you sound like right
I'm
now.
stronger. I'm smarter.
Oh, okay. Okay, Homelander. All right.
I'm better. Okay. Anyways,
Chimp, what happened to your audio?
Oh,
Your audio's all fucked up. Oh, now I can't hear you.
Hello.
There we go. Now you're good. You're good now. Okay, you were saying?
It's probably because I was screaming.
Oh, maybe. It just got all staticky. But
okay. Anyways, what were you saying before you started talking about how big your guns are? Not in comparison to mine, but
yeah.
How much
I
you
mean,
bench?
you got bigger arms than me. That's for sure. But I mean,
How much you bench?
nothing right now. My chest is probably my weakest area because when you're a boxer, that's like one of the least things that you need to train. That's just.
I did wrestling, not boxing.
I know that you did wrestling. You talked about it.
We did
Me and
talk
you talked
about
about it. Yeah. I remember everything, Chip. That's the thing. I'm literally trivia man. That's my name.
Do you remember everything?
I do. Ask
What
me
did
any
I say
question.
on October 2nd of last year?
You said nothing.
You weren't streaming.
Exactly.
I remember.
I remember.
Okay, and what were you talking about before like we got sidetracked with all the
So we talked about all like the marijuana, the underage
substance abuse
sex,
stuff?
but something I want to talk to you about is I mainly brought you on for a few reasons. One of which
Oh,
being, let's get into you supposedly being a mod, but not being a mod.
I okay. We kind of did talk about this though. That you wanted me to be 18 because you don't want someone to destroy the server, right?
But originally you were approved to be a mod. That's the thing. You were approved at a certain point. But what happened was, so obviously
We haven't talked about this. This is the first time I'm hearing of this, like
yeah.
formally.
So what happened is that obviously that you've seen now on episode 11, and obviously by the time that this episode comes out, you'll hopefully listen to episode 12. But Darsh was planning on stepping away, you asshole. So we were trying to find some good replacements, and we had a few people. I'm not going to name anyone else because I don't want anyone else to cry or get butthurt or anything like that. But we did come to the conclusion that, all right, cool. If we're going to have someone replace Darsh, or not replace Darsh, but someone try to fill those shoes, we went with someone that has been with us the longest, someone that is dedicated where they're almost practically in every single stream. They understand the Sodacat humor. So we went ahead
and brought Psy. That's right. Psy is your head mod.
Okay, all right, but hear me out. So what happened was we originally decided on you, but as mentioned,
Great.
Obviously from my first episode of the podcast and obviously the episode with Darsh, I just kind of said, all right, fuck it, I'm not streaming anymore. I'm just done.
You were done.
Yeah, everything just kind of collapsed in on itself. I was like, all right, cool, not even bother bringing Chimp on. I don't want to say, hey, Chimp, you're hired, and then nothing.
Well, we don't get paid now.
No, but I mean, like, I didn't want you to, like, have that power,
You
power
telling me
per
we were
se.
going to get paid. You said
Well,
hired like a job. Was
well-
I going to make money?
No, but I was actually planning on paying all my mods. That's the thing. Like, I did technically pay Dewey when he was a temporary mod. I gave him an Xbox, if you remember. But
Well, you mean you gave me $200?
I did give you $200. That's how I paid you. There you go. Boom. Look.
Yeah,
You got
yeah.
paid.
Well, you
Yeah.
still owe me.
How much
I
do
need
owe
a new
you?
Xbox.
Oh, okay. So you think I'm gonna give you mine?
Okay, I was gonna buy a Series S because I don't play an Xbox enough to use an X, and I have a PlayStation.
I think it's
5.
worth it to get the X, man. I think it's. You're like, let me show everyone. Damn it, I
You want
can't
me to
show
bring
everyone.
my X? You want me to bring my PlayStation?
Sure, man, go for it. Just flex on everyone, I guess.
Oh, I got this bad boy back in January.
Okay,
Can't even see it.
that's the best part. For everyone,
What?
for everyone listening to the audio version, Chimp is showing off his PS5, and it's kind of fading in and out, which is beautiful.
It's just like how I faded in and out of your mod. This.
Don't say that you faded out. We made you fade in and out. That's the thing. You didn't get a choice, buddy. You didn't get the choice.
I am currently in the mod though.
You are currently a mod. You are a mod for the Discord, and you are also technically a mod for the streams, even though there are no streams.
There will be eventually.
That's the thing. So I don't. If you notice, I never said I was done streaming.
Streaming. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm only taking a break from streaming, and that could be, a few weeks. That could be a few extra months. That could be a few extra years.
More years.
But the reason being is because at the end of the day, and you were able to see it, everyone was able to see it, if I'm only streaming on Fridays, my methodology, and this is for like all other streamers listening to this, it's you got to be consistent. Like before, I was streaming Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. It's hard to go from that, where I was streaming 5 hours a day for 4 times a week, to then streaming 1 time a week for what, 2 or 3 hours at most.
4 hours, yeah.
And then like
It was close to 3.
But like thing is, think about it like this: what happens if I'm streaming something that you don't care about, right?
And I guess that's a concern with every streamer. I mean, you could be like an XQC and just watch MasterChef. You know,
True.
put on the Dark Knight for us. I'm all for it.
True, but think about it like this, right? But if I'm only streaming once a week, then it's kind of like I don't really have much room for error. I need every stream to be a stream where I grow, and it can't be.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have any leeway. And this is like I said, if you ever get into streaming, or if anyone listening to this is wanting to get into streaming or already streaming and wanting how to grow.
Don't do it, guys. Quit.
Don't do it. Don't do streaming. It's a fucking headache.
Steve Jobs made Apple when you're 20? Give up. It's too late.
You heard it from Chimp. Give up. It's too late. But to me, man, like I was just like, all right, cool. Like I'm someone that always wants to grow. Like I'm a very numbers based guy. So yes, I love you too, Chimp. So I was like, all right, cool. If I'm gonna go from pulling 20 or 30 people per stream back when I used to stream consistently to then pulling what, 5 people?
Yeah, it's like how you pulled 0 bitches.
Wow.
You set yourself up for that one.
You think you're so cool, but here you are, 17 on a Friday night at 7:27. How do you feel that this is how you spend your night,
got a
Chimp?
strong jawline.
No, you don't. but yeah, man. Like I was saying, like, shut the fuck. Don't do the Giga Chad face. Don't do the Giga Chad, bro. Oh shit.
You look like you're sniffing your mustache.
But like I was just like, all right, cool. I'm gonna take a break from streaming because like if I can't stream consistently, like what's the point? You know, like all right, cool. Like if I was able to stream like 4 times a week, 5 times a week again, then I could have a bad stream. You know, I can. You know, I don't really give a shit. But if I'm only streaming 1 time a week and I want to grow and I want to be this big streamer, why am I going to stream 1 time a week and then pray to God that, like, you're going to come. Other people are going to come. New people are going to come.
Like I said, that's a valid, like, reason. But at the same time, you got big for playing Getting Over It, like, after.
No.
It was big. Really?
No.
You played it during?
Bro,
Where'd you get big from? What did you do? What did you do? You did nothing. Give up.
You know what I did? You know what I did, Chimp? I went ahead and I made it where you came to my streams for me. You didn't come to my streams to see me play
for the game, yeah. And
like at a certain point, yeah. But like, okay, name what I was mostly known for. What are you gonna say? Getting over
it and marbles. You did marbles a lot. I came for your marbles stream just to get that Discord title.
But let's also not forget, I did a 24-hour stream. Where I played random games.
Which I was there for.
Yeah, and you got that title.
And, do I have the title in the Discord?
Yes, you still have the title.
Okay, I have to double check. I'm fact checking you.
But
Sodacast Discord.
But you're really checking, huh? You're like, I gotta make sure I fucking got it. I told you still got it.
I have the mod, 24-hour survivor, most talented, YouTube gang, Twitch gangs, Discord gang, NSFW, and Soda gang.
Yes. You almost have them all.
Almost. I don't have fastest balls, and I don't have the council.
Yes. Well, I mean, the council's dead.
Yeah.
The council was a cool idea.
It was. I think it was a great way for you to get a lot of people involved, like namely some of those like viewers, like I think Egwin, Ghost, whatever, you know, those two.
Well, that's
right?
the thing, man.
And
like
having them involved, but not really a mod, was probably your best bet.
Well, that's why we did it. Like, that's why we came up with it, because we were like, oh, shit, like, we don't trust anyone to be an actual mod without, like abusing the power. So we're like, all right, cool. Council. Council kind of has power as a mod, but not really. So it was like, this is so beautiful. And you know who came up with that idea? Me. But you know who actually implemented it?
I thought it was Darsh that came up with the idea.
No, so, like, thing is, I'll give Darsh credit where Darsh gets credit for. Darsh... And Rain.
We thought Darsh did more things than we thought everything you did every game was pretty much Darsh. Darsh ran your whole stream.
No, so that's the thing. I was actually in control pretty much of everything. Darsh was there to kind of safety net everything. Darsh
Yeah.
was there to moderate chat. Darsh was a mod. Darsh was a mod essentially. But
Head mod, manager, ex-girlfriend.
Yeah. But the thing is like, good.
Don't I like hearing your guys' like whole breakup and Tinder thing. It's burned in the back of my head. I was making myself a milkshake at the time of listening to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, I just finished the episode today before the podcast started.
Oh, the whole episode.
Yeah, the whole episode.
Gotcha. What did you think of it? What's your take?
7 out of 10 episode. Darsh was better than you. I think she should have the podcast.
Fair.
My favorite episode so far is probably the one with Randy. I liked all your guests though. I think, and I'm gonna be as nice as possible when I say this. My least favorite was like the first guest you brought on.
Nath, leave Nath alone, man.
And I think the guy is incredible. I think great streamer. He did great when talking. It wasn't my favorite episode.
Fair enough.
And
That's
I'm sure
still
a
one of my
lot of
favorite
people are gonna
episodes.
and I'm sure a lot of people are gonna hate this episode. But like, I think the one with Randy's probably my favorite.
Fair. Any
Randy,
reason why?
Ryan. Honestly, I think it was just like because you two, it's Dewey and Darsh like personally,
Yeah.
but I felt more like you had a chemistry with Randy,
Okay.
and I'm calling him Randy because that's what you called him on your hot tub stream.
Well, I mean, that's what he
Yeah.
called himself.
Yeah, Ryan.
Randy Moore.
Randy Moore. No, Ryan was great in that episode, and I'm all for him coming back. I'm all for me coming back. I'm just saying, episode 26.
You owe me $26, so I'll bring you back on for episode 26.
26.
You'll just be every like 13th episode. That's what you're gonna be.
Hey, I'm all for that. Like I said, another time capsule to watch me grow.
Well, that's the thing, man. Like, you also gotta admit, like, I'm probably one of the realest, like, I hate this term, but like influencers out there where like I'm just like
Don't call yourself an influencer. At most, you're washed up.
No, but like you know what I mean. Like I don't even. That's the thing. Like, I don't even like being called that term. I just like. I'm one of the realest people. Like, you come into my stream, you were able to talk shit. Like, you didn't get you really had to say some horrible shit to get banned.
That, and a lot of times too, a lot of people came in for your humor because your humor is very specific. Like,
well, they also came for the community because they immediately felt welcome by you guys. Bro, nah, don't say that. No, because there were a lot of people that came to me. I could show DMs. I could show DMs.
Yeah. No, all your people in the community are fine. I'm just everyone except for Lag. Fucking hate Lag.
Lag, if you still watch, man, I hope you're hearing this, man.
Lag is
Chimps got beef. You guys still play?
We haven't played recently. No. Okay, so, and I think like a few of the community people in your like Discord are my friends on Steam and stuff. I don't really talk to them outside of like the occasional Discord conversation or really in your streams. I think the most I really talk to, and I don't even really talk to the mods. I think just in the mod chat in general is where I'm most active. I keep an eye on my phone. If someone says the N-word, I'll delete the message.
I think we banned the N-word. I think like we actually like manually banned it, so you can't drop the N-word, I think.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Someone's gonna go and try it after this episode drops. They're just gonna. I'm enjoying the podcast. N-word.
or like, if Sai can't fix something, I'll fix it. But really, like, your community is very welcome, and they're always nice people. But I have a hard time. It's that kind of parasocial connection with people. Like, you ever seen Ludwig's video on "I'm Not Your Friend"?
Yeah, well, I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it. Like, I know the context of it.
Where he brings up a great point, which also made him sound like a complete douchebag, where he's like it's that parasocialness where I like these people. They could be friends. I'll talk to them. I'll play a Steam game with them. But I don't really have that same connection as, like, one of my friends in real life or one of the people, like, I've known for years. It's different because right now this is a streamer mod kind of conversation, but if I was talking to someone like fucking Jeff Bezos, where I'm even less accustomed to, it's going to be a lot harder for me to make that personal connection. You know what I mean? And I think that's where a lot of people liked you, is that they felt they had that kind of personal connection because you were real, you were engaging, you would have talked to people, and a lot of streamers don't do that. I was watching, it was either Ludwig or another streamer, probably Pyrocynical because I like furry inflation porn. But I was watching a stream and like you can tell that they like their community, they like their fans, they want to get to know them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like this is their job. They're a streamer, you're a viewer.
Yeah.
There's not as much of a connection. And
that's what I feel like holds you back as an as like any kind of content.
Yeah.
I hate that word because I don't like to see because I don't influence anyone. Like I see it as just like
you influence me to want to kill myself.
Shut the fuck up, bro. Someone knew he was gonna tune into this and be like, "Oh, that Sodacast fella does not sound like a good guy." And let me tell you, I'm not.
It's a piece of work.
I'm a piece of art, bro.
I don't want to call you art.
I would, but
you're like a burnt piece of bread.
Hey, listen, I'm still edible. That's all that matters. But like,
edible from the waist down.
Okay, cool. Suck my dick, I guess. All right.
Hey, I'm just saying, if I get on my 2 knees right now,
I would stop you until you're 18. but like that's the thing, man. Like I don't look at like what I do as a job. Like it's like at a certain point, like I actually was making good money off of the streams, and it wasn't just because. And it wasn't just because of Psy. And like, thing is, if I would have continued, everyone said to me, if I would have continued,
I was your breadwinner. I'm still subbed to you on Twitch,
bro. Unsub to me, man. At this point,
I get the automatic payment every month, and I'm like, oh, there's my payment to Sodacat.
Is it with Prime, or are you just like doing it out of your pocket?
No, I pay for it.
Oh my god, bro! Please stop. Stop, man. You don't have to. If you're actually doing that, you could stop. It's not necessary. Like the money's just sitting there on Twitch, bro. Am I gonna be a YouTube streamer? So everyone asked me, like, where would I go if I came back? Because I hate Twitch. I genuinely do not like Twitch.
No, that's fair. I think YouTube or Kick is your best bet.
I wouldn't go to Kick.
You wouldn't?
I wouldn't.
You really wouldn't?
I
feel like someone like who wants that kind of like on-edge humor, like that has that like you do, Kick would be their best bet.
That's the thing, man. Like, because like I'm very inspired by like Etika. You've heard me talk about him before.
Oh yeah, and you can tell it in your streams too, and your behavior. You screamed a lot.
Yeah.
Every stream, like Dar said, I literally like I would watch you in the car on my way home from because I don't like to drive. I usually have someone else commute me places.
Yeah.
And I would watch your stream, and I would have to literally turn down the volume because I knew you would scream. Or I have
that was also the aesthetic.
Yeah. Well, okay, I use AirPods for my like listening device, and if you did not know, they can go pretty loud.
Yes.
So imagine me sitting. Yeah. Imagine me being in like, oh, you have yours engraved. That's cool. I don't.
Because
So imagine like I said, I would watch your streams even while I'm just laying in bed trying to get to sleep. I would like have to turn you down because you're so loud.
Yeah. So I mean, that's the thing, man. Because I was kind of like, to me, it was kind of like also part of the aesthetic. It's not that loud equals funny. It's just that.
It's like loud makes me giggle and then cry.
It's just because, like, I know analytically wise, right? Like, if you clip me, what is the clip that's gonna blow up? Is it the clip of me sitting here playing Call of Duty, focused, barely reading chat, being like, headshot, or is it gonna be the one where I'm going, what?
I don't know. Have you seen XQC though? Like that guy looks like he's on something all the time.
I hate XQC.
That guy, I don't know whether or not he starves himself or is just malnourished.
He's malnourished, man.
Yeah. There's a GIF on Discord, and it's like it says when XQC gets out of their gamer chair, and it's like some like cryptid tall white.
I know what you're talking. Yeah,
like wandering around, and I don't know what it is about that guy, but it's just it's so funny to me that guy can be like unaware of everything. Like if you've ever seen and want to talk about influencers a little bit more, XQC did it with a low budget stream, but that's also because XQC has an IQ of like 70.
XQC,
He's not the smartest.
Yeah, that's the thing, man. I've heard of him. I've done some research. He's just not a very smart guy.
No, it's like you know how you couldn't ever figure out how a MIDI controller worked? On the episode with Randy, you were talking, and I sent you a DM. You could never figure out how your MIDI controller worked. You have it under your desk. I remember.
You're talking about the keyboard?
Yeah, that's a MIDI controller.
Oh, you call it a controller. I just call it a keyboard.
Okay, I actually have 3. I have a synthesizer, a sequencer, and then an actual piano.
It's not that I couldn't figure out how to make it work. It's that I couldn't figure out how to make music. I was like, I have the equipment, I have the software, I just don't know how to fucking create rhythm. I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay, now imagine XQC. He has like a $4,000 computer, $5,000 computer, and he can barely make that run.
That's because he's just a fucking idiot, man. He really is.
So, and I like the Etika like kind of aesthetic, but I don't like the screaming for me. And I'm gonna be like brutally honest because you said I could be as honest as I can.
Yeah, go for it.
Right?
Trust me, nothing's gonna get censored unless you say a fucking address.
And I'm sure you're not gonna get like super upset about this, dude. The screaming to me was probably the biggest turn off when I watched your streams.
Fair enough.
I liked you for your humor. I liked you for your personality, and like I said, I like that kind of like viewer streamer connection that a lot of us had with you.
Yeah.
But when you would open up every stream, welcome, screaming, it was like. You were sometimes the loud was funny, but a lot of times you were unnecessarily loud. And
true.
And I know I'm the same thing. You know, I'll smash my desk, I'll throw stuff because I think it's funny. But a lot of times, like it's not as much of the shock value as it is just the loud.
Well, I think at that point it was kind of also like. It was like the trademark, right? Like you can't start a stream without screaming welcome, welcome.
Welcome, welcome.
You know, it's not like I'd be screaming the whole entire stream, but you know, like when I ended the stream, I wouldn't scream like have a fantastic rest of your day, evening. I'd simply just say it.
You should have. It would have been so much funnier.
Have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. Stay safe. Peace.
But no, and I'm honestly like that was literally my only issue with your stream.
Yeah,
is that you were just sometimes, and even then, like you probably have done better with like your whole viewer connection thing than any other streamer I've seen because. If, like I said, XQC for an example, he doesn't even think they exist. Ludwig and all these other big streamers, the people that have made their names for themselves, they basically are doing this as a job. You know, and I think that's where it becomes hard is that fine line between hobby and you're still having fun and job.
And that's where, like I said, I looked up to Etika because if you go back, watch any of Etika's streams. Etika. Thing is, Etika was always still with his chat. Like, that's the thing. He never avoided the chat. He never was just like, all right, cool, fuck chat, I'm not reading chat. No, he would go through chat and read a lot of what chat said. And that's why, like, I had people saying to me, oh, Sodacast, if you ever blow up, you know, you're going to forget about us. You're not going to read chat.
Yeah, remember me. Yeah. I think I even said remember me at a few times.
And I'm just like, bro, like, even if I were to blow up and have, like, 100, 200, 300, 500, 1,000 people in my stream, obviously, yeah, it's hard for me to read the whole entire chat, but I'm not going to be like, I'm avoiding chat. I'm not paying attention to chat. Most of my streams, that's the thing. You see other streamers say it, that they're a variety streamer. I genuinely was an actual variety streamer. Because, like, any stream that you came to, like, yeah, you could say, oh, well, you did Getting Over It. You did Marbles. But also, I attempted to dab a million times.
You did Overwatch.
I did Overwatch. I hydrated myself. I did the Kahoot streams. Remember that?
Oh, I hated the Kahoot streams.
I built a new chair. I built this chair that I'm sitting in now. Remember that? I did the hot tub stream. Yeah, I did the hot tub stream.
Old chair.
I did Minecraft. I've done Roblox. Like, quite literally, you would come to my streams for me. You wouldn't come to my stream.
Yeah. And a lot of times when variety streamers say they're a variety streamer, they play what's big at the time. I'm
Exactly.
thinking like PewDiePie. He did PUBG, said the N-word, and then went to play Minecraft. You know,
God, I wish that was me. I wish that was me, bro. Fuck.
Oh my God, what a
It's what a fucking. And then.
what?
Oh,
dude.
God, man, that's gonna get this podcast taken down.
But that's two white guys saying the N-word.
Yeah, I like how that's when the racism comes out, when I don't have someone a diverse person on the podcast. It's only when it's white people on the podcast.
I don't know. Okay, I feel like Dewey, if he was unprompted and told that he could say whatever he wanted, would be pretty racist. Like, I don't know. Dewey just
No,
feels
Dewey's not like
that
that.
type of person.
Nah.
He's not.
Nah, he's
Okay,
really
I'm
not.
sorry, Dewey. I don't know if
Dewey's a vibe though.
In
You would
fairness,
love Dewey.
I'm sure I would, and like I said too, a lot of the people in your community I like, and Randy would probably say the N-word.
I can't confirm nor deny. That's all I gotta say. But that's why
hey.
I said, all right, cool. Like, when I said I was going to come back, I thought, what would be, like, the perfect thing for me to come back and do? A podcast. And the reason why I say that is because, like, all right, cool. This is the 13th episode, right? How many guests have I brought on so far that are completely different?
Like 10, 11?
Pretty much. So my point is like, all right, cool. Go to any other small podcast where they're starting from the ground up, right? And you'll see what they usually have is themselves and a co-star.
Yeah.
And they'll talk about, like, for example, they'll have like a specific category that they'll talk about, whether it's movies or a TV show or, you know, the news or no.
I mean, we could talk about TV. I have some pretty good shows.
No, but my point is like, I don't have a co-host. I considered doing it, and maybe down the line I'll probably end up doing it. But like, there's also no subject in particular when you come on the podcast. It's kind of, what's your soda? Tell us how we met.
And then you have a few questions for people too. And
yeah. Well, I mean, I got to get the ball rolling somehow, but like, it's quite literally us. Like, I didn't write down notes being like, hey, all right, cool. We're going to talk about substance abuse on today's podcast episode. Like, we're going to talk about this.
Which I don't know how we started talking about substance abuse. That was out of left field.
Well, because I wanted to quite literally kind of how like the streams were, like you feel like you're a part of it. You know, you feel like you're in the room. Like that's. And like, man, like I know that there are people in in the community. I say our community because like, and not like it's
our
it's
community.
it's a shared community. Well, cause like, all right, like I feel like when every streamer says that, it sounds cringe.
If Sai dies, I should be head mod.
You're just pet peeved about that, bro. You're heated about that. You're like, I want to be fucking head mod. I'll bring you guys both on for an episode, and whoever has more Sodacast knowledge gets to be head mod.
Oh, I'm sure. Because it's weird because we have different knowledge. You know, and
it'll be like a random Kahoot. It'll be a random Kahoot, just between the two of you.
Like a lot of your viewers though do kind of have different knowledges. A lot of them were, like you said, I think, was it with Darsh? It was one of your buddies, your cronies, your goons. You were talking about how a lot of these people were watching you when they were just entering like late middle school, early high school. Yeah. But a lot of these people too came in at different times, you know. Some of the people could have came in on your Splatoon stream, or some of them could have came in your Marvel stream, or some of them could have came in you.
You shut the fuck up. You're over here saying like, oh, well, you were mostly known for Getting Over It or mostly known for Marbles. No,
I mean, you did talk about, yeah. I mean, you kind of washed up after Getting Over It. Let's be honest here.
No, bro, because some of my better streams came after that, man. What are you on about?
It was like the Titanic.
Shut up. No, because that's the thing with the Getting Over It stream. I average. That's actually where I started because I originally did Paladins and I was having fun playing.
Well, that was your issue. You did Paladins.
Shut the fuck up. If I didn't start off with Paladins 100%, I don't think I would have gone anywhere. I don't think I would have gone off the ground. Yeah. Like, although you may not like Paladins, most people might not like Paladins. The Paladins community, and I didn't know this when I got into streaming, but the Paladins community was very dedicated. Exactly. Yeah, so like when they see someone streaming it, they're gonna be like, "Oh, I'm gonna hop in on this."
So when they see someone shit on Paladins, they are like, say Overwatch is better. They come in with their axes and their like torches and their gavels or whatever and start stabbing the poor guy.
And I genuinely did like that's the thing. Like I didn't be like, all right, cool, I'm gonna stream Paladins because I know that that's what's gonna get my community.
Kind of guy.
I'm a Team Fortress kind of guy as well. But like at that point, I was like, I like playing. I'm a sniper.
Oh, gross.
Animatic.
All right. Good night. This has been a fun podcast.
Have a fantastic rest of your day, evening, or night. Stay safe. Peace.
Yeah.
That's also another thing. Go ahead.
I play engineer. You know, with the Sentry goes, woo!
Put dispenser here, bro. Please, just put the dispenser here. Teleporter here, please, bro. Teleporter here, please.
Zapping my Sentry.
But that's what I liked about my streams was like, my streams were overall the same but different every single time. Like you could tune into a stream and like you kind of have the idea of just like if it's your first time, you kind of already have the idea of like, okay, this guy is loud, obnoxious, an idiot, but funny, and he interacts with this chat, and he doesn't give a shit what we say in the chat. The first thing you could have said was "fuck you," and everyone else would join you and say "fuck you" to me.
Yeah, I think that was like one of the things about you too, is that you were really kind of like I shouldn't say careless because you would have banned me if I said the N-word. But
it's laid back.
But
I was laid back.
It's laid back. There you go. It's like, you know, you were like, it was more not. It was like kind of anything goes, you know, to an extent, but. And a lot of streamers don't have that. You know, you enter in someone's chat and be like, fuck you, you piece of shit. You're getting banned right away.
The mods are instantly banned on you, bro. They don't give a shit.
But with your thing and your stream, all your mods hate you. Everyone hates you.
Yeah, everyone hates me. That was the whole entire joke. Everyone hates me. That's the whole entire shtick.
And we still do.
And that's fair. Like, that's the whole entire point. Like, Sodacast was supposed to be a punching bag. And, like, that's how I viewed it. Like, I never took anything to heart.
It was one of your comments on one of the podcast episodes, or maybe someone even brought it up. I think it was Darsh actually who said it.
What?
You are really the king of the losers.
No, I actually said that. So the thing is,
you said it. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no. So I didn't. Okay, I mentioned it on the podcast, but someone said it to me in my real life. They found out about my streams, and they said,
the king of the losers.
Damn, you really are just the king of the losers. And I don't mean that. I agree with that statement. I agree with that statement. I don't mean it in a bad way, but it's like, okay, realistically, who watches me, right? I feel like an outcast to most groups.
Losers.
You know.
I'm probably your handsomest, you know.
No, you're not. I am. I'm the handsomest. Sure, whatever you say. But, like, that's what I liked about my streams is, like, they always start, like, outside of, like, a few, like, first few episodes or first three streams, they all just kind of had the same rhythm. Like, they all had the same production where it was kind of like, it always starts out with a welcome, and always ends with have a fantastic rest of your day.
Always ends with a racist remark, the N-word, then you go raid a streamer of color and say something mean.
Well, no, I never, listen, I would never raid anyone, all right?
You didn't raid. You were the one streamer that I knew of that did not raid someone at the end of their stream.
Because it's stupid. It's stupid. Because, okay, if I were to raid, okay, let me ask you, if I just say, all right, cool, we're going to go raid someone, would you realistically stay in their stream? How often? Exactly, my point. All right, cool, maybe 1 out of 10 people would stay, but I mean,
I've only ever stayed, like, a few times to a raid, but that's also because, you know, like, if I'm watching a streamer, I want to watch that streamer. I don't want to watch some, like,
exactly
hot, sexy woman play Valorant for the next 4 hours.
Exactly, man. And it's like, to me, it's kind of like, why would I want to send off my viewers to someone else's stream? And I know that makes me sound like a dick, but it's also like...
You are a dick.
But it's also like, bro, like, at the end of the day, it's supposed to be my business, right? Like,
I
don't want you guys going anywhere else because, funny enough, I've taken other people's viewers just naturally that way. Like, legitimately. I've taken other people's... Kind of you in that case as well. Like, you said it was your friend, but, like, I've taken people's viewers just because they raid me.
I played Call of Duty with them last week.
Fair. But,
I got the Homelander skin, too. It's pretty cool.
I remember, and I'm not going to name names, but I've been raided. So, obviously, you saw. I got raided by everyone under the sun, pretty much.
Yeah.
And I remember... they would then tune into my streams, like the next few streams, wondering when I'm going to raid them back. And then they would send me messages saying, that's fucked up. I'm like, what?
No,
What's
you rated me. I'm not gonna rate you back.
I never said I was gonna. It's not like I have to. It's not like a sub for sub. I never said that
It's
we're
not
doing.
it's not a charity case. You know what I
Like, what
mean?
the fuck? Like, bro, I never said, oh, cool. I said every time I got raided, I always then would DM the person after saying, thank you, I appreciate the raid. But I never was like, all right, cool, I'm going to go raid you back one day.
Yeah, yeah. And like too, I think they get a lot of publicity and kind of like those extra viewerships when you rate someone, because there's been times where someone rates you and I'll check out their stream afterwards. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of times I do see a lot of people doing that. It'll be the opposite. You know, someone will raid your streamer and then you go check out their channel and then you'll start watching them. And really, Twitch is just a feeding frenzy of a bunch of losers, a bunch of internet dwelling goblins who sit on their computers all day.
Well, that's another thing, man. Like, I always took it as like, all right, cool, if you rated me, I would then like DM you like a thankful message, and I would then tune in. I would personally tune into their next stream, and then I would try to give them advice on how to become a better streamer. And some of them would appreciate that, some of them wouldn't. That's on me. I shouldn't just be going around saying, hey, here's what I think you could do better. But some people did genuinely appreciate that, because they'd be around my size with 3 viewers in chat, and I would have 20 to 30 people in my chat, and they're like, what the fuck am I doing wrong? And I'm like, here's what you're doing wrong,
until
buddy.
You inevitably fell off.
Yeah. Well, I mean, no. Okay, listen. I fell off because I just stopped streaming, bro. That's what happened.
Yeah. Well, and I think it was probably good for you to take a break, because when you came back to streaming, I personally liked your content more.
Yeah.
You know, I'll put on a podcast when I'm at work and I'm doing mindless, like fucking cleaning or something like that, you know? And I think having that break probably let you step back, get that clarity, and then come back with a new kind of mindset towards what you wanted to do.
Well, because it's also I did a lot of soul searching, man, because like as mentioned with Darsh, like all I did was stress, because at the end of the day I wanted to give you guys the best possible stream. And I know like, all right, cool, like fuck, I know you guys are going to tune in, but if let's say it's a game that you guys don't really care, how do I, because here's what was running through my head genuinely. From the moment I hit start streaming, okay, if you guys don't enjoy the game and we're going to be sitting there for 5 hours, how do I keep you entertained, even if you don't like that game? How do I do that?
I think also, too, having that, like, engagement with your viewers, like the Marvel streams.
Yeah.
You know, having that title up for grabs is one of those things where it's like in your boxing stream, your Overwatch stuff, being able to play with your favorite, like your comfort streamer. So you're my little comfort streamer.
Well, I just did a lot of things that no other streamers did. That's the thing.
Being able to play with a streamer, though, is also, too, like, it gives you that, like, rush of dopamine and, like, those endorphins that you don't really expect. Because you're, like, you know, we're people. We're one person on the planet of 7 billion or whatever. But having someone who has even a little bit of a following and playing with them is super cool.
Yeah.
And it's not just with like your viewers in general. It's like if someone like XQC got into if like a fan of XQC got into a CS:GO game with him, that's the highlight of their life. They're dying after that, and they're okay with it.
Yeah. Well, that's why you know, like I said, to me it was always like you say, like, oh, getting over it was like my big stream, or like marbles was my big thing, or Jackbox even was my big thing. But to me,
I forgot you did Jackbox.
Jackbox was a big thing too, man. But to me, it was just about every stream that I do needs to revolve around one thing, and that's my community. That's whether you've been here or whether you're new, you're always welcomed. And if you remember, if it was quite literally even your second stream, I remembered you from the first stream. I remembered everybody that came in. If you're a new viewer,
that's where our differences start. Is that I would not care. I don't remember you. I'm not your friend. I hate you. Don't even come back to my streams.
Are you talking about that I said that?
I should go. No. It's me.
Oh, okay.
Coming from the heart. Coming from my beautiful big heart.
Ah.
I'm like the Grinch, but my heart, instead of growing 3 sizes, shrunk down 3 sizes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Having that engagement with your community and even remembering the people that you have come back is what like I said, the reason why I started to watch you more is because you had that engagement that not a lot of streamers have. And I'm sure, your other streamer friends and, the people you've talked to before on the podcast, like, and I've never checked out any of their streams,
Yeah.
but, if they have that engagement with their viewers, they probably do really well. You know what I mean? And it's just, in general, that community building is more important than the game you play. Because I could probably sit here and play Elden Ring for the next 10 years and still not get past the first boss. But, like, if I don't have that engagement with my viewers, I won't be able to get my foot off the ground and be able to grow and grow and grow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'll be the first person to tell you. I've looked and I've scoured, and I still do to this day, but I have never seen anyone do what I do. No one is as creative as me when it comes to streams. I know it makes me sound like I'm jerking myself off.
Yeah, you really are over here, sitting there.
Okay, all right, cool. Name someone else that created a Discord like how we created it. Name anyone else that has done the type of streams that I've done. Name anyone else.
Pyrocynical showed inflation on a few of his streams. So.
Oh my gosh.
You haven't done that one.
I'm not gonna do that one. I'm not doing that. But I don't feel like I feel like I've never run out of ideas, and I legit continue to this day to create a list of ideas for videos, for podcasts, and for streams because none of them are ever off the table.
And I also think too, going back to what you said about having a co-star, having that really that one-on-one interaction with someone instead of that 3-person, 4-person, even 23-person interaction, it feels almost more personal in a sense. You know what I mean? If I'm sitting down and having coffee with someone, I tend to have a better conversation with them than I do in a group setting. And I find conversations more entertaining when they're one-on-one, when it's that small group of people compared to if I'm watching Joe Rogan's podcast and he has 6 different celebrities on and they're all smoking weed.
Eventually I want to do that though. I do eventually. But that's also why I have the little icebreakers as the soda, right? Because I think it's cool. I was talking about this literally the other day with someone off the podcast of just imagine, right? Name anyone. Stop. For the audio listeners, Chimp just licked his big titty cup essentially. But name any big streamer, right? Name any big person in the world. Let's go. I was gonna say Elon Musk. Let's take Elon Musk for example, right?
Okay. Well, imagine, I like better.
Okay. Let's imagine we get XQC on here, right? Imagine. Wouldn't you just be curious as to? You already know it's not going to be an interview.
XQC drinks fucking tap water that's laced with lead. There's nothing going on in that brain of his. He probably drinks toilet water.
But that's my point of there's no all right, cool, you're going to come back to this podcast and get a good idea of what is going to happen in the next one. It's literally just going to be 2 people shooting the shit. That's all it is.
Yeah.
And it's if XQC comes on here, Elon Musk comes on here, it's also the funny gimmick is what the fuck kind of soda? What soda do they fucking drink? What the fuck? I've never thought about that. What soda do they drink?
Has someone brought alcohol on your podcast? I want to say it was Miggy.
No, he actually didn't.
He didn't? Oh,
no.
Lame. No one.
I don't think anyone has. Hopefully not.
I was thinking about, because I had my sparkling water, right? I was thinking about telling you it was just straight gin, and seeing if I could get away with it.
I mean, in theory, technically, everyone could have been lying already and have said that they brought on one drink and brought on another. I mean, I'm not gonna.
I'm just impressed with you getting the sparkling water and the Sprite. That was some telekinetic crap that was going on there.
I'm gonna send you my PayPal after this. I better get my $26 fucking dollars.
Dude, I'm broke right now. You're gonna have to wait.
Oh yeah, I forgot to ask. What do you do for work, man? What do you do for work?
I work in the restaurant industry.
Ooh, can I guess what restaurant?
Sure.
Are you comfortable with even saying what it is, putting it out there?
I can, I mean, it'll dox my location because it's local, but yeah.
Oh, okay, so then never mind. I mean, if it's a local place,
you can guess. You can still guess.
It's not a chain restaurant, right?
No, it's not a chain restaurant, but
then I wouldn't even know.
It's named after a real person. So if you can name that person's name, it's just the first name.
Is it anyone?
It's a
Can-
male. It's a male first name.
Are they like a politician? Can you give me like what
No,
kind of person
no,
they are?
just a male first name.
Give me the first letter. That's it. That's all I need.
T.
Okay, so I was thinking Rodney, so it's not Rodney.
Rodney's wings and shit.
Okay, I'm gonna guess it's kind of like the sex shop that I mentioned in Tampa. Is it called like the Todd?
That'd be awesome, but no, it's not Todd.
Fuck. What's it called?
And it's Tony.
Tony.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways, I am a certified gangster. I do clean.
I fucking knew it.
And
You do dishes.
I cook. No, I cook. I'm a line cook.
You're a line cook. Oh no!
Hands dirty. It's miserable.
No, you do
1,000
meth.
degrees.
Oh no!
You know how miserable it is to sit in a hot room doing the work?
Oh god, bro, I feel so bad for you. I'm so sorry. Fucking rest in peace, bro.
For the audio listeners, I just did the sign of the cross.
But I mean, what? So what do they serve there? What kind of food?
Pizza. So it's
Oh.
just do a little spin thing, throw the pepperoni on real fast, stick it in the oven, look all cool while doing it.
That's
I'm
the
single.
thing, man. That's the thing. So I'm gonna end up starting to travel again real soon. The accents kind of put everything on hold, but like once I start to travel again, like I'm gonna eventually travel to every single state. And what's really cool is like,
We should meet up.
like that's the thing, like right, like Miggy's from I think he said that he's from Massachusetts. Okay, cool. I'm not doxing him. But like, all right, cool. You're saying that you're from Colorado, right? Like, it would just be cool. Like, I know wholeheartedly. Like, if someone's been on the podcast, if you haven't been on the podcast, don't DM me your address. Don't fucking do it. If you have not been
on the podcast, DM me the address.
do not DM anyone your address if you have not been on the podcast. But
hey, you used to DM people their socials.
okay, all right, that's different. For legal reasons, it's a joke. For legal reasons, it's a joke. But if I were to ever go to Colorado, 100%, like, I also think, like, that's great ways to build connections, man. Like, I just hit you up being like, hey, yo, let me go to Tony's, bro. Like, are you working today? Let me get some fucking food.
Yeah. And I'll be like, it's my day off. Also, I quit a long time ago.
I'll just do it, like, 3 years from now when you already have, like, your degree and everything that...
Yeah, well, speaking of my degree, like, what made you try and do photography and video and this dumb stuff?
What are you doing? You interviewing me now? Huh?
Yes.
Huh?
Yeah. Well, like I'm trying to build into another conversation, but I don't want to outwardly like tell you something.
No, bro, you can. Like,
no, because that's not how a conversation works. You know, usually I ask a question to be polite. I don't really care what the answer is. Then I talk about myself for the next 30 minutes.
But you also got to remember, like, so that's also another thing, man. Like, when I tell people, like, when I bring someone on the podcast, they're always welcome back after that.
Yeah,
Unless you majorly fuck it up for yourself in the sense of, like,
which would be really funny if I just started being really racist.
What is up with you and the racism? Like, you have to be racist. Like, I'm just talking about, like, okay, so, like, I mentioned to Darsh, like, I don't know if it's on episode 12 or if it was on episode 11, but, like, pretty much I mentioned, like, even if you disagree with me, even if you hate me, and I invite you on the podcast...
It was episode 11 because 12 hasn't come out yet. At the time of recording this, we are recording this Friday, August 11th, 2023.
I fucking hate you. I want you to know I hate you. But, like, I mentioned it where, like, even if you disagree with me, even if you hate me, and you want to come on and you want to disagree with me, I'm down for that. If you're going to do it in a respectful way. And you'll always be invited back on after that.
Yeah.
But, like, if you come on here being absolutely disrespectful, like, over-talking me, like, all right, I get it. Like, it's natural in conversation where you'll just interrupt me and I'll interrupt you. That's naturally how conversation works. But, like, if I'm trying to make a point to something about, like, something that you disagree with, and, like, you constantly interrupt me, being like, well, no, that's actually not how it works.
I'm going to start doing that.
Then I'm going to be like, all right, cool. Like, I'll literally just end the podcast. I'll be like, all right, cool. I'm done with this, and hang up the call. Like, thankfully that hasn't happened yet, but I'm not afraid to do that.
Well, and then you were talking with Darsh, too, that you want people to come onto your podcast that hate you, that disagree with you on everything, and you want to have that argument with them.
Yes.
You have kind of been vocal about that.
Yeah, because I think it's cool because, like, I also, like, think about that, man. Like, all right, I've made it apparent where I say, like, I don't care who you are. Like, if you want to come to my streams, like, at the end of the day, I'm down. Let's talk about whatever. Like, I said that with my streams. Remember, like, if you hate me, I don't give a shit. Come on to my streams. Let's talk. Same thing with my podcast. If you disagree with me and I want you to come on the podcast, come on the podcast.
Yeah.
But, like, I never want to hear someone say, like, because something happened with Joe Rogan recently where, like, a politician said, like, oh, Joe Rogan, you don't want to let me on your podcast. Yeah. He doesn't have to let you on this fucking podcast. Like, that's simple, bitch.
It was President Ron DeSantis. I'm predicting the future right now.
It was a woman. I thought it was a woman. Oh, you're saying with me?
Yeah, no, I'm predicting the future right now. Ron DeSantis is going to win the 2024 election.
Well, everyone knows you're a Republican now.
No, I'm not. I could care less. All right, first of all, I can't vote. Let's get that out of the way. And second of all, I don't plan on voting because I know it's not going to matter. It's not like my single vote is going to sway one way or the other.
I got to talk about politics eventually on here. I'm just like, fuck, how do I even lead into that?
Well, this is your perfect chance. Let's lead into politics right now.
No, the fucking 17-year-old. Get yourself fucked, bro. We got plenty of other shit to talk about. But what got me...
abuse.
What got me... Underage sex, substance abuse.
Politics is where I draw the line.
That's where I draw the line, buddy. I
wouldn't be the person to argue about either, because with politics, you believe in what you believe, I believe in what I believe. We can be totally different people. Just you respect my opinion, I respect yours. I don't care. I don't care what your side is.
No, and I definitely like that. Like, see, like that's what I'm down for. But
I mean,
like,
maybe if you're like anti any person that's not white, that's a little bit of an issue. But if you're straight up just a Nazi, walk around.
But like that's my point of like, all right, like if you're just gonna interrupt me and like just overtalk me and like you don't want to like actually hear me out and let me like allow me the chance to possibly even change your opinion, then I don't want you on here. If you want to give me a fair shot, just like I'm giving you a fair shot, then all right, bet you're more than welcome to come on. Like, if you were to legit say, like, Sodacast, I don't like that you said this or acted in this way back in the day.
Well, and I did kind of bring that up about you screaming, too, and...
But, like, you see how I didn't, like, I don't negatively react to that stuff. I'm just like...
I don't know. I did see a single tear stream down your cheek.
You see, this episode's actually... I'm going to completely edit this episode to make you appear as the bad guy now. You have said so many horrible things. I've said all the good things. I'm the good guy. You're the bad guy. Just remember that.
So, speaking of opinions, so you were talking a little bit about, like me, I'm younger than you, right?
Yeah.
And I still don't have a degree. You're talking about getting a degree. Listen, hear me out. If you need, because I'm gonna be a lawyer. That's like kind of where I'm headed. You know what I mean? If not that, something in engineering. So if you need legal advice or want me to sway someone's opinion, just
Chimp, I appreciate it, and I definitely will keep you in mind. But a lot of my family is blue blood essentially. Where they
You're
all
darn liberal. You're darn liberal, aren't you?
No, okay, wait.
You're darn liberal.
No, blue blood, I guess, is not the right word. What I mean is they all work with law. They all work with law. My bad.
I got what you meant. I just really wanted to make that joke.
I thought blue blood means like cops and shit. Is that what it means?
I don't know. Well, there's a show called Blue Bloods.
And that's cops, right?
Yeah. Something like that. I don't know. It's probably detectives.
Yeah, but so my point is, like, everyone, like, I know, like, in my family works in, like, law-related stuff. So I'm already taken care of. But I will definitely keep you in mind. I will keep you in mind.
Thank you.
Even though we're in completely different states, so, laws are completely different,
Well, okay. In fairness, though, too, so there's, and this isn't doxing. Did you finish Better Call Saul?
No. I haven't even watched it. I haven't watched...
Do you care if I spoil it?
Spoiler warning. Go ahead.
Spoiler warning. Saul Goodman gets arrested.
What?
It's almost like everyone knew that was going to happen.
What? Whoa.
Okay, so there's a town called Florence, Colorado.
Uh-huh.
And
that's where you
live. No, it's not. Actually, I live nearby, though.
You just trying to...
No, if you guys want to find me, there are, I think There's
What?
Colorado Springs, Canyon City,
Remember who you're talking
Commerce
to. I
City,
literally said I
Walsenburg, and
could DM people those
Rye.
address.
I don't know. There's a lot of cities near Florence, so it's not like you guys are gonna find me. And even if you guys do, I live in the middle of the woods. So unless you find my little cabin in the middle of the woods,
I'll DM you your address after stream. after the podcast.
So Florence, and I drove the prison because we were talking about law. The prison, the Florence Supermax 80X prison, where the Unabomber is. That's where the Boston Marathon bomber is. That's where Saul Goodman got sentenced in the end of Better Call Saul.
Okay.
And you were talking about being blue bloods, right? And I want to know, someone scams you out of like $30, right? Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Would you throw him in that same Supermax prison as the Unabomber? Or would you do something more local?
I would
because
probably...
you're blue blooded, right?
Yeah.
You darn liberal.
I would probably go ahead and have them suck my dick first to get $20 back from them. And then after that, for the remaining 10, I probably go ahead and like grab out like a feather, tickle the bottom of their feet until they're dying of laughter, and then when they don't see it coming.
What is this, like some kind of like Overwatch fetish video?
No, just hear me out. So like I tickle their feet with a feather, and while they're going, that's when I go ahead and reach into their back pocket, take out their wallet, and then I, go ahead and...
Okay, so back on that tickling part, what if I start cackling? You have a girlfriend, right? And she's very ticklish. Would you keep dating her if she started cackling like a witch every time?
Bro, if I had a girlfriend that like laughed like Seth Rogen, I'd be dying of laughter, bro. I'd be in love. I would marry that chick instantly.
At the same time, would you marry me if I was a worm?
You in particular? Yes. Once you're 18. So, Chimp,
would you marry me if I was... Fuck, are we really approaching time?
We are approaching... Actually, we just passed the 2-hour mark. So, I do want to go ahead and actually get to some important topics here.
Yeah, let's get to some of your questions and topics that you wanted.
So, that I wanted. Shut the fuck up.
You're gonna appreciate this. You just kind of like told me today was the day. I didn't call off work for this.
Listen, that's on you, bro. I didn't tell you to call off work. I was down.
No, I did.
I appreciate it. You should not have done that. But, so I want to go ahead and start off by bringing you on for a few reasons, but one of them being because I know that you are under the age of 18. And I don't know how many guests I'm going to get on here that are under the age of 18. Now, I want to go ahead and start off by saying you're going to make a lot of mistakes. I know this sounds like I'm giving you like a fatherly talk. But
wait, hold on. Wait. Let me start crying. Like you just saw me like watching porn and you're trying to scold me afterwards. Like a fatherly talk.
You're putting on porn in the background so you can hear it, and then you're going to pause it. I'm going to go, son.
Have you seen that video of the guy that was like, I got a virus and my pants fell down because I was so scared.
Yes,
I got a virus.
Let me see the virus. I already deleted it.
I deleted the virus and my pants fell down because I was scared.
That was me back in middle school, bro. 100%.
I never got caught.
Oh, bro, I beat my meat on the house computer all the time. Right in the living room, man. Right in the living room when everyone was going to bed.
Your mom's making dinner.
Oh, God, bro. But honest to God, let me give you some genuine advice here.
All right. Yeah. Let me start crying.
So, in all seriousness, if the dog could shut the fuck up. Bro, the dog's doing more crying than you. I don't even know if you could hear the dog. But some genuine advice for you. Obviously, as we already talked about earlier, I don't recommend you doing any form of any kind of substances, whether it's alcohol, any kind of drugs, any kind of sex, until you, regarding the drugs and the alcohol, until you are, of course, of the legal age, but also until you know that you are mature enough to handle it. And I think the first place that you should start, if you are ever going to do it, is in the comfort of your own home. I don't think that you should be getting it from a friend. I think that you should be getting it like yourself. That's my biggest recommendation to you and everyone in your age group. If you are going to do it, try to do it at the legal age.
Direct shout out to everyone in Sodacast's Discord server that is under the age of 18.
Which is most of them.
Market reveal.
But
get that one on Pornhub.
Then another thing, as I mentioned with Ryan, don't have sex, man. Don't. If you can, wait as long as you can, man. Do it with the person that feels right.
Yeah.
Because I know that you've obviously had girlfriends in the past, and I know that you've DM'd me about it. And I think I did give you advice about it, right? I think you did ask me like, hey, how do I? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, you even came on stream one time. You came on stream.
No.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Yeah, now you don't want to. Now you don't want to admit it.
I swear, I don't even like women.
I'm gay, guys. I'm gay, guys.
You know
guys, I'm a gamer boy.
It's like when I was in middle school. I would do that. My friends would tease me about liking a girl. And I'd be like, I don't even like girls. I don't know what they're talking about.
But, obviously, don't have sex until you've dated. I would say until you've dated a person for a good while, at least a year, and
at least until you feel comfortable with this person.
Well, that's the thing. You don't.
I was cheated on, and I didn't expect it to happen. It's one of those things where it's like dating is really a gamble, a bigger gamble than I really could handle. I'm a gambling man. I always keep a deck of cards in my drawer.
Why is the card cut off?
No, that's a van sticker.
That
was on it. Yeah.
Okay. Just checking.
I also
For all the
Magic
audio
the Gathering
listeners, Chimp pulled out a deck of cards.
Was this your card?
No. It's a 13,
okay.
Bro. I'm looking for a 13. If you would have pulled out a 13, that would have been beautiful. But then the other thing is, Chimp. So, when do you graduate, man? Do you graduate this year? Like this upcoming school year? Congratulations.
I don't know if I'm in the later end or the earlier end of my class. I think I'm in the sometime eventually.
Eventually. Oh, congratulations, man! And I'm assuming you're definitely going to college so you can become a lawyer, right?
Hopefully.
God, imagine you become a lawyer and then you get a client and they're like, "Wait a minute, you look familiar."
Oh, we saw the
podcast episode. I don't know if I want you to be my lawyer, guys. Listen.
You kind of smell.
Let me tell you. If Chimp wasn't a good lawyer, he would not be on the best podcast on the Sodacast podcast.
I bet you $100 I can convince you differently of any opinion you have.
I don't think you understand.
By just gaslighting and willpower.
I'm literally a top sales agent, bro. You're talking to a salesman. If I want, I could sell you. I could sell you whatever, bro.
Sell me a watch.
You want this watch for $5? It's an Apple Watch Series 7.
Is it a Series 7? I was going to get an SE, the second gen SE.
No. I recommend getting the Series. I would say it depends on your budget. I wouldn't really recommend an SE because the battery life doesn't last too long on those. I'd recommend getting it. Yeah. So that's why I'd recommend it. Especially the displays look a lot better on the newer gen versions. So.
Well, we'll figure it out because I still don't have watches.
Mm-hmm. Well, I said, there's so many reasons why a Series
fake watch tattoo. So whenever someone asks me what time it is, I whip it out, my fake watch. It's 1:45.
See, that's the benefit of being a ginger. I can just look at my wrist. You could ask me what time it is. 1/2 a freckle.
1/2, I'm orange.
Shut the fuck up. Oh God.
You're not orange, Soda. You're whiter than white. I bet you stand by. Wait, can you do me a favor real quick? Stand by your wall and let's see how close your skin tone matches.
Which part of my wall, man? Where the door is?
I'm thinking more the door and the blinds part of it.
All right, but you have to keep on talking because remember, the audio listeners, they gotta have something. All right. Let me go. I'll go stand there for 10 seconds.
If you guys don't know what's happening, Soda is whipping his cock out, and he's not gonna see that. I want Soda to DM me after the recording, but he can't hear me right now, so it's obviously I could say whatever I want, right? So I honestly think this guy could be a straight up Nazi. Like I'm not saying he's evil. I'm just saying he's not the best person. So if you guys did not know what was happening, he whipped his dick out.
Listen, I'm deleting that part. Very inappropriate. Chimp, you're never coming back on the podcast ever again.
So I did say some stuff, right? And you're not gonna know what it is until you edit the video. So I'm waiting, and I'm waiting for the DM saying, "You called me what? What did you say?"
This whole entire part is just going to be one giant bleep. That's all it's going to be. Bleep.
Imagine being an audio listener and just hearing that.
Let me ask you this, man.
Only beef.
How did it feel? Because, okay, you're the closest thing that I've had come on to the podcast that isn't... I know that obviously you're technically a mod, but you were never officially a mod when I was actually properly streaming.
Until recently, yeah.
Exactly. So let me ask you, because it seems like obviously you were more always on the side of a viewer. How did it feel, and how does it feel that, like, I took a huge hiatus? Let's start off with that. Like, how did that make you feel that I just disappeared suddenly?
At first,
Yeah.
I was a little annoyed. Because, like, a lot of times what would happen is I would get home from school and your streams would be playing. And
Yeah.
and this was, like, I think, height of COVID. So, you know, it's one of those things where it's like school was already rough.
Yeah.
And I'd come home and I'd be like, oh, he didn't stream this week. And then it started being more frequent. I was a little annoyed. And like Darsh said, she started getting questioned. We all had questions of where is he? And then if I'm being completely honest, I forgot. Like, I forgot that you even went on your hiatus for at least a few months until December rolled around.
Yeah.
December 22nd of 12/22/22.
Yeah.
Then I started to remember, oh shit, this is the day he comes back. And then afterwards, I think closer to like February, March
Of this year?
Yeah, you started streaming again, right?
No, I mean, I started streaming like in December.
Was it January? Was it December?
Yeah.
Well, anyways, like I remembered you started streaming. I was there for that first stream, and then like I said, I kind of like forgot you existed for a hot minute.
Yeah, because the streams were never they weren't the same.
Yeah, and like it was really when I started to become more active in your Discord again that I started coming back to more streams. But as a viewer, it was more of an annoyance than it was like I wasn't ever really worried about you.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly because I don't really like you that much. So it's a joke. I'm just kidding. I want to be back on the podcast.
Guys, we're never bringing Chimp back on. This is a one-time thing. A piece of shit.
Very well could be. Very well could be. I'm waiting for that one-time guest, though, and I think NAF is going to be... Is it NAF? NAF Games, right? Your first guest?
Yeah.
Never coming back.
If he
Pretty
comes
sure
back,
he died.
You and Miggy, bro. You and Miggy instantly dogging on NAF. I gotta have NAF come on here. I hope to God, NAF, if you are listening to these podcasts, you need to come on here.
Miggy and NAF on one podcast.
I gotta be on NAF's team. I gotta help him out. I gotta give him some dirt on you guys. I gotta share my DMs with him.
Our DMs are rancid. I don't think you can share most of them.
My DMs with everyone are horrible, bro. That's the thing. It's just like one giant secret of like, Sodacat does what? He said what?
Soda is who? What?
Like,
he said the N-word?
Of course.
I was waiting for you to slip up on stream and say something completely out of pocket.
Bro, everything I say is out. Let's be honest. There's so many things I said on stream.
I mean, like, more out of pocket than what, like, is normal for you.
No, because I'm not an idiot. I'm not an idiot. Contrary to popular belief, I'm the smartest person on the Sodacast podcast.
Okay, Soda, what's your IQ? Let's have an IQ competition, because mine's pretty high.
733.
No, like, what's your actual IQ? Now I'm curious.
I don't know. I haven't taken a test on it.
Okay, after the podcast, I want you to...
I will take a test and I will send it to you.
For everyone listening, and I don't know if I'm the smartest, I'm sure
so there are people not listening to the podcast, but just tuning in.
Yes.
It's just the deaf people. The deaf people are just like listening in Braille. They're reading the Braille version.
So, for everyone who is just tuning in,
Who said I want to tune in 2 hours and 20 minutes, 2 hours and 15 minutes into the podcast?
Okay,
Who said that?
Okay, so my IQ is 120.
I don't believe you.
That's I can show you my IQ results.
I need proof of this after.
Do you actually want proof?
I want proof afterwards.
Okay. Anyways, if you did not know, that is, I think it's
that's high.
It's high. It's really high. It's above average, if not genius. I think it's just above average.
Average.
For reference, average IQ is I think between 70 and 100. So you got 30 points to work with, Soda.
Average IQ is around. What'd you say yours was?
120.
So you're above the average because the average is between 85 and a 115. I don't know what mine is, but
so I am fully confident that I am the smartest person on the Sodacast so far.
Okay.
And the youngest, so that's like extra brownie points. Might as well just pay me now for my mod work. Like I did set up your YouTube clips stuff.
YouTube clips. What? Oh yeah, I was like, wait, you never did like the TikToks or anything like that?
No.
Yeah, and then you fucked it up because people couldn't even comment in it, idiot. That's why I was like, Sai, can you do it
afterwards?
When I was like, hey Sai, can you do this? And then like you were like, I can do it. I was like, oh god, here we go. Here we go. I'm about to see like at everyone, like everyone's just gonna be notified all of a sudden. I'm gonna see a bunch of at everyone's. There's gonna be 15 notifications. I'm gonna see 18 people leave the Discord. I was like, oh fuck, man.
It's over.
I'm about to watch all this burn.
Discord. I know my way around Discord mode. Then I don't know. I'm probably the best mod you had out of Sai, and the other two. I'm probably the best.
I like how highly I respect that. I respect that's a typical Sodacat viewer right there.
How highly we respect the head mod, but no one else.
You're like, all right, cool.
We did it with Darsh. Mickey,
you gotta do it, Sai.
I'm sorry, Mickey, but Darsh was always my favorite.
Bro, I don't know if Miggy's the one that you want to fight with, bro, because Miggy will go in. He's down for a fight. He's always ready to scrap, bro.
Hey, we both dogged on NAF games. We still have something in common with each other,
And Miggy wants to come back on. He's been asking me, when can I come back on? Can I come back on? Can I come back on? So I guarantee you. Go ahead.
Mickey is probably the scrappiest person I know because him and Lag get in the most arguments in the Discord.
Yes, bro.
And those two are at each other's heads like more often than not.
Every time I like talk with either of them, I love talking to everyone in the Discord. But like anytime I talk to any of them, I'm like, bro, it's gonna be such a headache because I know I'm just about to be bitched out, and I know I'm gonna have to go back and forth and stand my fucking ground.
I know it really is like a war. I'm just happy I'm a mod, so if I get too upset, I can just ban someone. Time them out.
I can just abuse my power. Yep, banned.
No,
Which remember we banned you, bro. We banned you for so long and didn't even know how to unban you. Yeah. But that was all because it was a joke. And we just couldn't figure out how to unban you. It was glitched.
Yeah. That sucked. Anyways, being both a viewer and mod gives me like a really different perspective because I'm sure not Darsh because Darsh was your like ex-lover or whatever. But like Miggy and McMod and Sai and all these other mods that Rain, who's the other mod that's not McMod, the one that's sub Samurai?
Yeah, Suba.
Yes, Suba. Yeah. They can all atone for this. Like it is a big difference being like a viewer then mod than just straight up a mod.
Yeah. That's the thing. It's a lot different because you have more pressure on you. And imagine if you were there for the 20, 30 people per stream where it's like chat never slows down. Like that's the thing, man. You'd hate your life.
Or the 24-hour stream.
You would hate your life, man. I'm telling you.
I remember I fell asleep. Like I literally, my head was back in my chair kind of like this. I went, and then 1 minute you were playing, I don't remember what the game was. I think it was Marbles. And the next minute you were playing Scribble.io.
I was playing what?
Scribble.io.
Oh, okay.
I remember most of the games you played. I want to say you did Jackbox. I remember someone did a chargeback.
Oh, yeah.
on your thing instead of asking for a refund, and you were bitching about that.
Well, because bro, like that's why charge me back? Because that puts my account on a freeze. I think at the time it puts your account.
I've only ever done a chargeback once, and it's because I got billed like $30 from a subscription service I've never heard of.
But that's
and they
different.
Want to give me a refund.
That's different. Like, don't just tune into my stream.
And also, too, I did accidentally pay for Ninja's. I did
God.
tier 3 sub him.
Oh my god, bro.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my god.
Please, whoever did that, can you like step out of the shadows and say on the actual like comments of this podcast, I was the one that charged Soda back all the donation money.
That had me so fucking heated, bro. I got so pissed about that. Because, like, thing is, like, I'm so chill. Like, if you say to me, like, hey, yo, I didn't mean to send you that much money. Can you refund it?
Can you refund me all the sub money?
I can't do the sub money, unfortunately. Like, that's the thing. With Twitch, it doesn't allow me to. It doesn't. Yeah. And that pisses me off.
Like a 30% cut, right?
A 50.
50? Really?
Before, it used to be 30. And that's another reason why I stopped streaming on Twitch. I was like, to me, it's never really been about the money, but it's like, if you guys...
It's never been about the money, Spider-Man. It's always been about the Mets, baby. Love the Mets. Let's
go.
About
the Mets, baby. Let's go. But it's like, all right, like, I assume, like, if you guys sub to me, right, you want that money to go to me. You don't want it to go to everyone. Like, you don't want it to go to Twitch. For all the audio listeners, Chimp is doing the soy jack face, pointing at his TV, which is showing the CHI.
Actually, wait, hold on. Shoot, I unplugged my PS5. Oh, it's plugged back in though.
Oh yeah, Bryce Hall's.
Find my control. Yeah.
Bryce Hall's fighting.
You want to go through my
No, we're getting ready to end the podcast.
You want to play Mortal Kombat?
No. So, Chimp.
Before we end the podcast, I have a question.
Okay, go for it.
So earlier you were talking about Homelander, right? Because I did the smarter.
Yeah.
You ever played Mortal Kombat before?
I have. Did
you see that Homelander was going to be in the new Mortal Kombat?
Homelander, and a few other people.
I want to do something. When that game comes out, either you will stream it or come to my Twitch.
Okay.
I'll probably have you link it in the video. I don't know.
No, I'm not linking any of your social medias.
Okay. Oh, well, I know you did it with Darsh's TikTok, and also,
I've been doing it with everybody, bro. At the end, I always ask, bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. Go follow my Twitch, because when Mortal Kombat
We're not there yet, but yeah, go ahead.
Well, no. Like, when the game comes out, I want to stream it, right?
Yeah.
And I want to do, like, a $300, $400 prize pool Mortal Kombat tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Oh! And I'm all for it. I mean, yeah, I'm all for it.
Chimp, I will put this on your head. I'm going to tell you this. Since you just told everyone that's listening to the podcast, if they genuinely do tune in, you said a $300 to $400 pool.
Yeah.
If you don't give away that money, you will never be allowed. Okay. You will never be allowed back on the stream, on the podcast.
Well, no. I mean, like $300-$400 prize pool, and then you can donate to the pool. You know what I mean?
But you're saying that you're going to give away the money, right?
I will. Yeah, I will fund most of the pool.
So what I'm saying is, if someone wins and you don't actually give them the money, because I don't want to bring someone on here that's a dick that just blatantly fucking lied with no remorse.
No,
so you better give away the money.
I've heard about the trailer. Yeah. I want to do. I mean, it might not be $400. It's probably closer to $300.
I don't give a shit how much. No, it could be even $1. It could even be $1. I don't give a shit.
But I want to do a prize pool Mortal Kombat game when it comes out.
Okay. All right, bet. I'll be down for that.
I want it to be open. Like I also too, like every donation I get from that stream, I want to put into the prize pool.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm going to be competing because
you got to win. You got to try to win.
Yeah. But like if someone does want to come on and this is a challenge for all of you. If any of you guys want to box me right now, I will pay for your plane ticket and I will fight you.
Can I fight you? Can I fight you?
Yeah. Can I fly down to what? We'll do it in Tampa. We'll fight in Tampa.
All right, bet. I'll drive up to Tampa. We'll fight.
How far are you from Tampa? Are you in Orlando or?
I will not disclose. I'm in Florida. I'm in Florida. That's all I can say. Listen, I've already put myself in a deep enough hole saying I easily could get social securities. I send people their addresses. Yeah. Like, bro, I've already dug myself a deep enough hole.
Yeah. Talking about your breakup story with Darsh.
But you want to know something? I mentioned to Darsh. I don't know. I think I mentioned that on episode 12. There is no other person that puts themselves in that situation where they will bring on, they will bring on someone that they've had controversy with, like actual controversy, where they know that they're the what?
Who you had controversy with?
Darsh.
Oh,
bro.
We're about to have some controversy right now.
Bro, shut up. But like,
can you just bring on all your ex-girlfriends?
Oh my god, I might.
On the same podcast episode.
Oh my god, bro. It's like when Drake brought in Drake Bell brought in all his ex-girlfriends and they were like oh my god. We all agree he's the best kisser.
Did you see Oppenheimer?
No, I haven't seen it yet.
Did you? Okay, so Drake, not Drake, Josh
Peck. Yeah, he shows up.
He's in it, and watching the scene of him like ready to push the spoiler warning. It's not really, but it's based off a true story. So if you get upset at this, that's your fault. But anyways, he's sitting over the red button, and I'm expecting him to go wowsy zousy. I'm gonna press the button to explode the bomb. I'm ready for him to go like he's going Drake. I'm pressing the button.
No, they built the bomb, and then Josh is just like, Drake, where's the button? It's right there. They just
also two Roderick's in the movie.
Oh yeah, Roderick's in the movie. Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.'s in the movie. Apparently, there is actually a 20-minute sex scene.
Yeah. Okay. Me and my friend, we get into the theater. Right. We pay for the movie. I pay for the tickets. He pays for my snacks. We get in there and we watch it on IMAX because that's the only way you have to do it. And we're sitting there and we're expecting okay, bombs. It's gonna be a good movie. It's gonna be very entertaining. Slow. We were not expecting the 20-minute sex scene. It was like a jump scare. You ever played Five Nights at Freddy's? It was like that. like when you're sitting in the theater and then you just see straight titties. It's like, okay, don't do that face. For the audio listeners, he is smacking his lips and licking his face all around. He's cleaning himself like a cat right now.
I mean, that's why they call me Sodacast.
Having an orgasm.
3 to be exact. 3. So, Chimp, to get ready to end the podcast, I'm going to bring up one last topic, and we're going to make it brief because, obviously, as I mentioned earlier, if you want, you're always more
2.5 hours.
Yes, if you ever want to, keep in mind, you're always more than welcome to come back on because there's always still a lot more to talk about. But to end it off with this final topic, you make music, or you did for me at one point. Do you remember?
No. I mean, music?
Remember. You made music for me. So, to end episode 12, as you all may have heard from the previous episode, episode 12, and from now this episode, we're going to end this podcast with a song that Chimp made. So, Chimp, as this music is playing, have you finished your soda?
My soda has been gone probably after the first hour, and so is my LaCroix.
Do you want to grab another drink? Then chug it?
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to go grab water.
Oh my god, bro. Okay. So yeah, for everyone that's listening, whether you're an audio listener or whether that you're an actual video listener right now, the music that you might be hearing, if I add it in, is one of the songs that Chimp had made for me. So I'll also link that channel down below. He made some pretty banger of songs, 3 songs to be exact. So make sure that you go ahead and check it out in the link down below, whether you're on Spotify, Apple Music, or just watching the YouTube version. But we're just waiting on Chimp at this point. How much longer will he take?
So I made music on what channel?
On Sodacat Sucks 13.
Oh, I did. Okay.
Yep.
I
remember everything.
Sucks 13.
I remember everything, Chimp.
Okay, we're gonna do a little difference because you don't want me to chug actual soda, so we're gonna use the Butthole Blast.
The Butthole Blast?
Butthole Blast, my Gamer Subs flavor that I hate. It tastes like shit.
Okay, perfect. So, Chimp, as you're making that, let me ask you, where can everyone find you?
You guys can find me on Discord. I am Sodacat's Mod. If you have any questions about the Discord, please don't message me, but if you want to, you're more than welcome. I will take any feedback because I'm a better mod than all the other fucking
Show us your face, idiot. Show us your face.
And You
Tell
guys
us
can
where else
find
we
me on
can
my
find you.
Twitch.
Okay.
I stream once in a blue moon.
What's your Twitch? What's your Twitch name?
Chimp Man is hot.
Oh, okay. All right. And any other social medias?
You guys can also shit. I don't think I have any social medias.
TikTok.
None that I really care for. You guys can follow my TikTok. It's same name. Chimp Man is hot, but it's also like I said, that's a little more of a time capsule too of me.
What about
You'll
Instagram?
see me. No Instagrams. I have
Gotcha.
my personal one. You guys want that one?
If you want to drop it, you can.
Chris is cool 57.
Perfect. Go ahead and chug it while I do the outro. So, guys, with that being said, if you did enjoy Chimp and you want to go ahead and follow him, if you want to find him on Twitch or on TikTok, go ahead and search up Chimp Man Hot. Chimp Man Hot, right?
Chimp Man is hot.
Chimp Man is hot.
Yes.
CHIMP.
If they can't spell my name, no, don't spell it. They can figure it out.
Or if you want to go ahead and find him on Instagram, basically all of his links will be down in the description, in the show notes down below. Also, guys, if you did enjoy, make sure you go ahead and drop a follow, a sub, leave a 5-star review, drop a like, drop a comment. Let us know what your favorite part was. Let us know why you hate Chimp, why you love Chimp. Do you agree with Chimp on certain things? Do you disagree with him?
Please come on the podcast. I will fight you.
Are you surprised that Chimp was the hidden 4th mod that we never discussed? But everyone, with that being said, for now, have a fantastic rest of your day, evening,
or night.
Stay safe. Peace.
I did it for you. See what I did there?